10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1.
Welcome to the podcast from Doug Ground Up Productions with hosts Lady Miz and Ray. This is a universal platform, and there is nothing off limits. We talk about it all, and we keep it real. This is a no judgment zone, so come as you are. If you are a professional, entertainer, author, comedian, entrepreneur, or just someone who wants to get something off their chest, well, let your voice be heard here on From the Ground Up Productions. Sponsorship and other opportunities are available from the Ground Up Productions. Turning nothing into something. There's only one way to go from here. And now, here are your hosts, Lady Miz and Ray.
Yeah, what's poppin', people? What's good? Thank y'all for tuning in. When your family do check in, good evening, everybody. This is your girl, Lady Miz. This is from the Ground Up Productions. I'm rocking out with my co-host, Ray. And tonight we got a very special night, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nice little debate going on.
Yes, we have a debate going on. We are having so many technical difficulties here. I'm not sure if y'all are experiencing this, but our internet is not working. Facebook is bugging. It's just too much damn shit going on. I can't even really share. So if you come on, please make sure you share. Anybody that you should put the thing on the bottom of the screen to the number. Anybody that wants to join in on this conversation, make sure that you put it in the comment section. I will be repeating this again. Put it in the comment section, and there is a number that you could call in if you want to have your voice heard and for you to speak your piece. What's good, Shaki? Why do I feel like, hold on, let me make sure everything is good. Okay, there we go. I feel, what number am I? 1 or 2? 1, okay. It sounds a little on the low side. I don't know why. I guess, I don't know. I be talking loud. I be liking my voice to be loud. But anyway, make sure you guys share this. For some reason, I can't share it, so I can't reach anybody. This really sucks, but it's all good. Like I said, today we have an amazing, tonight, we have an amazing show. Tonight we are talking to Trump supporters, Biden supporters, and also people that don't like neither one of them motherfuckers. Okay, so we have an amazing, tonight. We have an amazing show. You gotta turn it down, please. All right. So anyway, like I said, we're talking to Trump supporters, we're talking to Biden supporters, and we're talking to people who don't give a damn about neither one. So without further ado,
we're gonna introduce y'all. We got King Charlie Prince.
And we got Adrian.
Yeah.
All right, and you're supposed to do the thing first, but okay.
Yeah.
What's good, y'all? Listen, we're about to get started, but before we get started, okay, I just got one thing that I got to tell y'all. I'm waiting for my
Welcome to the podcast from Doug Ground.
I'm about to fire Ray. Ray about to get fired.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
All right, y'all, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready?
Always ready. Trump 2020.
Oh my God. Don't start this shit early, okay? Well, anyway, today, let me put this in the background here. We talking. So anyway, today, we want to discuss, first of all, the debate. But not the debate. I'm sorry. We want to discuss the candidates that's running for president. But I do want to ask, okay, Adrian, you obviously rocking that hat. Okay, what does your hat say? Because I can't see it clearly.
It says all lives matter, mega.
Okay, so break that down to me real quick. All lives. Are you mixing in the all and the black like you on both sides? What does that mean?
Well, I want to say all lives do matter, especially now. I want to say a lot of people are diverse. They are mixed. You have half white, half black. You have half Spanish, Chinese, black. So all lives matter. And I don't want to specifically say Black Lives Matter because Black Lives Matter, but white lives matter, Asian lives matter, biracial kids matter, my puppy matter. So all lives matter.
She said, Okay.
That's right. My puppy life matter too. His life matter too. So all lives matter.
Okay. What's going on, Ray?
Background noise.
I heard myself. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on a second. It's playing the thing over again.
See?
Hold on. Are you guys listening? The feedback is coming from somebody. I'm not sure where it's coming from.
I'm trying to share it, but it won't let me do it.
Okay.
They're not letting us be great. I'm telling you.
That's my fault. My phone is connected to the board, so it won't let me do anything.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So anyway, lost my train of thought here. So your puppy lives matter. King Charlie Prince, let us know who did you vote today?
Nope.
Why not?
I'm a Jehovah Witness today.
Tell 'em.
I can't take it. Okay, you're a Jehovah Witness. So no, for real. Is that the real reason why you did not vote?
No, I didn't vote because I don't believe in no parties at all. Like I said before, I think behind the scene, they buddies.
Okay. All right. Listen, before we move any further, I just gotta ask this: if you guys are listening, anybody is listening to this through a device, please, on a separate device, turn the volume down. Like if you're on your phone or on your laptop, but on your phone too, you got to turn it down or else it'll repeat itself and we'll hear feedback. So if that's going on, please turn the other device down because it'll give us feedback. Hey, Mona in the building. What has Trump done for her? Okay, so
No, but real talk.
okay.
And I'm in the Nation of Islam, and we don't get into that, voting stuff. That's what it is.
Okay. All
I mean,
right.
for me, I don't vote because I already feel the decision is already made. It's already made. They're already planning the psyop for it. Just like they're planning right now for an anticipation and a prediction for a riot and an uproar in the city. So they are prematurely but proactively boarding up businesses. Why? That's never been done before. It's never been done. It's been hostile elections several times. Why now? There is something going on, and we won't know anything about it till 2021. But there's something going on. I don't care who win. We need to be purposely prepared for 2021 because it's already written. I don't care how much you can vote 5 times the same person. The person who they want to win will win.
Pretty much.
I am in agreement with that. How do you guys feel, Ray and King Charlie Prince? How do y'all feel about that?
I agree with it.
I totally agree. 100%.
Yep, that's the reason for the Electoral College.
Yep.
Okay. So with that being said, before I say what I gotta say, well, first let's bring Mona Ming back on here, and she asked you a question, Adrian. She said, "What has Trump done for you?"
I mean, what Trump had. Well, I support Trump primarily because of how he attacks the child sex trafficking ring, and it's documented. He put a lot of money and advocacy and finding those children and exploiting and really finding out people are harming children, and that's really really important because you don't see anybody on the Democratic side or Biden's side even talking about it. They only mention kids when they're talking about sex changes, or in California when they reduce the statutory laws to again permit child abuse and child molestation. So why nobody in the Democratic Party should be in uproar? Because that's important. That's going to be part of the new normal. And people are going to be so desensitized because they're going to believe that love is love, and a 24-year-old can now date and marry a 14-year-old and not have to go to jail. And California is a Democratic state. So I don't understand why the Democrats are not discussing that. They don't discuss it at all.
Now, because are the Republicans discussing it? Because I don't really hear. I hear the news, depending on where you listen to, and honestly, a lot of the news that you get this information comes from out the country. You
No,
would
it's not about it here because actually,
no, no,
Ivanka Trump is heading the task force.
no, I'm
But
saying,
a lot of the reason why you don't see about it because the news is putting a blanket and a muzzle on it. Again, why? And that's important. Why? Because they're exposing things that has been acceptable, and that's why I like Trump. They added more money, more and more money, if you look at it, into child sex trafficking. So that's what attracted me, besides Trump's directness and abrasiveness, which I think should be important as a business person to lead this country. As King Charles Prince said, United States is a business. So you need somebody that is not going to always tell you what you want to hear, which is BS. And you need somebody with a little bit of strength and abrasiveness to be able to stand up to other countries. And that's what attracted me to Trump. But what really made me like him is the way he is attacking the child trafficking ring. And also, he's also bringing God back into schools. They took God out of schools. They took that word out of schools. Even when you look at when the Democratic Party had a DNC convention, they didn't even mention God. They took out God. They didn't say they didn't took out God at all. And you can Google and look at it. Why?
I
So
get
why are they taking religion out? Why are they can leave Walmart open, but they're closing the churches? Something is going on, and it's a thread of confusion. It's a thread of conflict that is surrounding the Democratic Party that is very, very concerning that people are not paying attention to.
I don't think it's just the Democratic Party. I think it's
They,
both.
they want to control us under statutory laws. That's what it is.
Honestly, I don't
They don't.
find nothing wrong with them taking God out of the school because this country was built as a country that did not believe in one specific God. That's why we're all individuals. We all have and believe in a different God. So when you force a person to believe in something they may not believe in, that's not what our country was built for. So I don't actually have an issue with that.
I mean, the reason why I say I do because it gives you something to believe in, right? Especially young kids. You want to continue to program their mind to believe in something. They can change that when they get older. Like, okay, if you go to the court system, that's the first thing they have on the wall, "In God we trust." You have it on your dollar. They don't have no other religions. They say, "In God we trust." In the court, "In God we trust." Why are they taking it out of schools? Because they're trying to, again, change the children. They are attacking and they're targeting our children. They are. The same thing with the vaccines. Why are they targeting our children?
I agree with the vaccine thing, but I'm gonna tell you a thing about the church thing. Is you're right. They are programming our children when you have God in school, because it's not up to our school to teach our kids about religion. That's at home thing. So God should stay at home and not in school.
Well, I mean, that could be, I mean, I think that's true, but I think these young kids, especially now we're going on, they need to have some type of spiritual awareness. And God is a universal, that's when they get older, they can choose which different one. But like I said, even on a dollar, you don't see no other religion but "In God we trust." And that's the way you go into the courts. The first thing you're going to see on top of that judge head is "In God we trust."
Yeah, but you know what they also when they have you swear to it.
You can turn your mic up a little bit. Your mic is
Oh, Ray, that's you.
Okay.
Okay.
How does that sound?
a little more.
How's it sound to you? Yeah, I felt like the volume was down too on here. I'm not really sure. Hold on a second. Okay. How about now?
How does that sound?
Much better.
All right.
Okay.
Now, what I was saying is, I lost my thought. But what it is was when in the court, when they swear, they put your hand on a Bible. Most of the times, it's Christian Bible. So they are in a sense separating religions. When you walk into a courtroom, you're going by the religion of whoever is in that courtroom, whatever judge is in that courtroom. So if I don't believe in that specific religion, I'm swearing to a religion that I don't believe in.
Yeah, but you're gonna do it, right? Because most of the time you hoping to get up out of there. So at that particular time, you that's why I said it's just, I mean, we can change the terminology on that. I understand that part, but I just think for kids, because they're so impressionable right now, we have to be very careful of that. And they are under attack. So that's what made me pay attention. to
I think
Biden. I mean, to Trump, because nobody's talking about all those kids that are being harmed. Let's think about it for a second. How many black kids? Let's just think about it. How many black kids, inner city kids, you could just look at it, are going missing? You don't see as much as those celebs are right now are walking around with buttons and stickers and vote shirts, and why they not looking for the missing kids? It's much money they can all put money up, and they can get a task force to find those kids.
it is an issue. What's her name? Rihanna is one of the people that said find the kids. She put
What's
it on
that
her.
noise in the back?
That's
I'm
somebody's
sorry.
computer in the background.
Oh,
You gotta
okay.
Yeah.
log it out.
Yeah, I hear it too.
I
Nobody.
can hear it. I'll hear it. It's not me.
Okay.
So that's why I said I just think that if we pay attention to what's going on, like I said, when I mentioned the question last time, is anybody okay with the fact that you support Biden and his policies, which we don't nobody know what they are yet, but his policies, but do you support the fact that he is okay with an 8-year-old changing their gender without parental consent? Because that's what he said. That's what he said out of his mouth.
So here's the thing. Is that okay? I gotta find out where that's coming from.
Yeah, I think they're messing with the internet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I don't know
not
what the heck is going on, but I keep hearing this noise. I'm not sure where it's coming from. But here's the thing. So I got two things to say to that. The first thing is, what's good, Chinks? What's popping? The first thing I got to say is, anybody that's tuned on right now, make sure you share this live. We are talking to Biden supporters. We are talking to Trump supporters. We are talking to people who don't give a damn about neither one of them. Okay? So
And if you got, we can call in. We can hear your opinion. The numbers on the bottom.
Call in if you want to give your opinion on if you voted today, or whoever you're supporting, and if you don't like neither one and why. So here's my thing to you, Adrian. The first thing I gotta say is, for me, I did vote, so I voted, and I voted for Biden, and I'm gonna explain why I voted for Biden. I do understand that. Don't be let me explain why I voted for Biden before I even answer that. I had to really think and look at, for me, when I'm looking at everything that's going on, I'm looking at Trump. So the first thing I'm looking at is he's doing just like the Democrats are doing too. Politicians lie on both sides. So when we talk about somebody lying, they're lying on both sides. But at the same time, Trump is, I haven't seen him really save any kids yet. I think that's all just hype just to get people to vote for him. Do I think that Trump is really about trying to really save the people? No, I think that he's really about money. Do I agree with some of the things that he has to say about what's going on? I do, meaning like, financial stuff, or not letting the government control us, right? I agree with that. But other than that, I still think that he's not for Black people. So I look at it like this. His people, to me, when you're running people off the road, when you are supporting hate, when that's what you represent, and it's dividing us as a people all together, I voted against that. That's why I voted. Did I really feel 100% confident in Biden? I didn't. So, that can kind of make me a walking, what do you call it? Contradiction, not contradiction. What's the word I'm looking for? A walking, what's the word?
Hypocrite.
I was trying not to say hypocrite. He's trying to play me.
Two-faced. I have a question. Right? Okay. So I have a question. If you voted for Biden, tell me one policy Biden have for Black people. One. Just one. Because you said that Biden may not be against. Wait, Trump is not for Black people, right? So let's just say Trump is not for Black people. If Biden is for Black people, Black community, Black empowerment, Black reconstruct, tell me one thing.
I didn't say that Biden was for Black people. I said that what I like about what he is standing for is not about dividing us as a nation.
He don't have a policy. What do you mean? He's not standing for anything, because what he's learned and what his committee is doing. People are only voting for him because they don't like Trump. So what it's like, basically, I'm going to hire somebody with no experience, no knowledge, just there as a body, because I don't like the person that's in office for 3.5 years, right? Now, Biden been in office for 8 years. right before Trump, still didn't do nothing. Did not do anything on record to help. Nothing for 8 years. Trump came in for 3.5 years because we don't like Trump because the media was strategic in making you not like this man versus understanding what he is doing, which is making them mad because he's taking away their money and their power. So they're making you not like a man who is, for one, he's about America. He's about America's rights. He's not Trump. I'm talking about Trump. So Biden, right? So Biden right now, he doesn't have to show any policies. If you watch his debates, he can show fluff, lies, say the same things. His talking points is always screaming and hollering because he's working on your emotions. And the first thing he say is, I'm gonna keep the what do you say, the world, the country. I'm not gonna divide them. He's the first one that talk about Antifa, who's out there with the Black Lives Matter, who is dividing us.
No. See, that's the lie.
That's absolutely true. He's for Antifa. Black Lives Matter and Antifa is Biden.
What it is that here's the thing about Black Lives Matter and Antifa. Believe it or not, Antifa and Black Lives Matter on more than one occasion said that they don't represent them and that's not them. And it's also Antifa's white people. That's not black people.
But that's what I'm saying. Okay, the people who fund Black Lives Matter is not black, which is George Soros and is documented.
Right. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying to you is Antifa is a separate group. That is a separate
No,
group.
I understand it's a separate group, but it's collaborating with Black Lives Matter. That's why I'm saying Black Lives Matter right now got massive amount of money from where we don't know. But where is...
Okay, go ahead.
No, okay, hold that thought. Let me just go back to Biden. When people vote for Biden right now, they cannot tell me one policy, one change agent that he is going to put in place. The only reason why we speak up the taxes, and which is crazy within itself, is because now we got celebs talking about their position on who they want to vote for. But if you look at it, what policy, and I ask that, I keep saying one policy that Biden is going to do, forget about for black people, for the country as a whole. And why would you want to vote for somebody who is not even going to bring any change?
Can I ask you?
I can hear you a little bit, like you're going in and out. You can hear him, King Chuck.
Not only that, but I hear an echo coming. And I don't know where it's coming from, but every time we talk, like I don't hear it now.
Mama, we got a phone call.
Okay, sorry. We got a caller coming in.
Put him in. Hopefully they got Biden's policy.
Hello, mother-in-law.
Hi, Mama, but I hope you got Biden's policy in the back.
Wait, we can't hear her. Hold on. It's not coming up.
You got to turn your mic. You got to turn your background noise down.
No, well, I'm going to say something.
Wait.
Hold on. You got to turn your background noise down.
You got to turn the background noise down so we can hear you clear because if the feedback is coming in.
Oh, somebody else got it.
Okay, yeah.
I can't hear them.
Hold on a second. We're about to figure out where it's coming from.
You talking to me?
Yeah, just hold on 1 second. So, and it's a feedback. Who's that?
It's coming from us because I don't see it.
We got to figure it out because
it's.
I don't like the way it's sounding. So.
Do I sound clear?
Yeah, you sound good.
Sound clear.
Everybody sounds good. We just getting feedback.
And I'm trying to. I want to mute it. Let's see if that makes a difference. Okay, when I'm talking now. Okay, let's see. Hello.
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay.
What I gotta do? Press that to
Unmute
hear.
it. Yeah. No, unmute it. Yep.
When I'm talking now.
Okay.
Let's see. Hello.
No.
I'm still here.
I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know what's doing that.
I'm sorry, y'all. Give us 1 second. Technical difficulties once again. But the problem is it's an echo.
It's not an echo. It's a delay. It's coming from somewhere, but I can't see where. See it? It's a delay.
Yeah, but where's that coming from though? That's the problem.
That's what I'm trying. Is
Okay, hold on one second. I
yeah,
heard
it's
that
still,
again.
yep. But wherever it's coming from, it's still playing in the background. I don't understand where it's coming from.
Okay, hold on one second.
I wonder why that's happening, but we got to put a stop to that because that's annoying the hell out of me. I can't take
You
it.
gotta get through it.
No, I
You
can't.
know what? I think I'm gonna find Biden's policy. Hold on.
Okay, so we gonna go on. We gonna try to work on fixing this shit right here. What's good, Shaquille? What's good, Rosedale? I voted for God.
Turn your headphones down, man. See what happens. No, the headphones, not the
Which one?
1 and 2, man.
No, that's not gonna make a difference, right?
Yeah, I don't know because it's always the same, so I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know where it's coming from.
What if we refresh? Would it stop our live?
No, it shouldn't, but I don't want to.
Let's just try to do it anyway. We're gonna try to refresh.
Yeah,
No.
it's still
I don't
going.
like that. I can't deal with it.
Right, there you go.
Okay, can y'all hear? Oh, okay. Nope. You getting mad, but I can't take. We gotta fix the problem because I can't deal with the echo coming back. Do you guys hear the echo coming back on your end?
No.
I can hear you clear.
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
But what I'm saying is when I talk, do you hear me and then hear me again? Like, do you hear it repeating when I'm
No.
not talking?
No.
My mother
Your
said
mother said yes. Okay. So the people that are tuned in right now, do you guys hear the echo and hear me twice? That's what I need to know because we're trying to fix the issue, but we're going to need some help from y'all because I don't know if it's just on our end or can everybody else hear it? Because if everybody else can hear it, then I don't know how I'm gonna just have to get through it. If y'all good, then I'll just get through it.
Yes.
it sounds good now. Just whatever the delay is coming from, I don't know where it's coming from. Yep.
Yeah, no, it's not the.
Let me make sure my phone.
Okay, let's see if we could try to call her. Caller, you still there? Patiently waiting. Okay, all right. Can you guys hear the caller?
Okay,
Yeah.
let's try to call her. Caller, you still there?
You can hear her?
Yeah, we can hear her.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
Hey, hello. It's still
Still here.
Yeah, you gotta leave that up. You could just start. You can go ahead. You can go ahead and say what you have to say.
Hey, hello? Yep.
And you got to turn your computer down.
You could just try.
Yeah, you got to turn your computer down.
I'm still. Who you talking to, me or?
I'm talking to you. You got to turn your computer down.
I'm still. Who you talking to, me or?
Stop the thing. We're gonna send you a link.
All right.
Can't do it. I can't take it. We just send the link. We're gonna send you a link and bring you on. Anybody that wants to talk, we not doing the phone thing. I can't do it because I ain't got the patience and I can't do the feedback. So what we're gonna do is we are gonna send anybody that wants to join in. We'll send you the link to the Be Live. All you got to do is log in, and when you log in, we will bring you on camera. So that's how we're gonna do that. I apologize, but things happen, and we'll get through it. So it is what it is. Thank y'all for being patient.
It's all Trump's fault.
It's Trump
I
and the
sound
Trump
like a Democrat. I sound like a Democrat. It's all Trump's fault.
While we're waiting, let me go on here and read some of these comments real quick. Thank you guys for tuning in. And thank y'all, the ones who sticking around and being patient. Roselle, what is she saying? He also said, I voted for God. Shaquille Bentley said, I voted today. I voted for Biden because he shares a lot of views as Obama.
What are the views? What views did Obama share? Obama didn't do nothing for black people.
Honestly, he couldn't do nothing for black people. We got to
He
understand.
didn't do nothing for white people.
So
He did a lot. He did a lot for gay people.
I bet, and that's what you're going to get with Biden. So Biden's going to do a lot for gay people. Like he said, as soon as I get in office, the first thing I'm going to do is promote gender equality, i.e., children's sex change. That's right, I said it.
Oh,
And
Lord
I
Jesus.
voted for Biden is part of the problem. So when you see a grown man walking around here with a kid and he was a girl, it's your fault.
The
Now
funny,
hit the button.
the funny,
Hit the button.
the funny thing about that is, when he did that, it was 2013, and then when you look at Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 13, it's against that.
Can you give him more? Tell him again. Tell him again. Thank you. And everybody who's voting for Biden, and especially the ones who voting for Biden who are Christian, should be totally against it. I wouldn't vote for nobody. I would vote for God, like you said. I would vote for God. I wouldn't vote for nobody.
So let me ask you this, Adrian. Do you
Yeah.
truly in your heart believe that Trump is not a racist?
No. I do not think Trump is a racist. I do not. He may have so this is what I feel. I prefer Black people, right? I prefer Black people. I prefer Black culture. There's some derogatory comments that I may say that in joking or in passing about white people sometimes. Yes. Is it okay? No. Am I a racist? No, I'm not a racist. But there's sometimes I may say, let's just say, not nice things about other cultures. And we all have done it. We've done it with the Chinese. We've done it with the Jews. I see people saying something about Jews all the time. Would you consider yourself to be a racist? That's a different word than you saying asshole-nish stuff. But would that consider you to be a racist? I'm just saying.
Let me talk on the racist thing here.
Okay, go ahead.
First of all, the use of racist remarks and displays of racism is also planned by the royal and elite to divert attention away from their true purpose. Racism is used heavily and well in America to divert the attention of the masses because most of us are very easily distracted. The real truth is that the real truth is that there is no difference between the masses, but as a collective group, the slave drivers couldn't control us, and so racism is used to divide and conquer the slaves. You understand? The federal government's usual motive of operation is to cause a problem, blow it out of proportion in the media, and then provide for and adopt a remedy that only they can control. This is never the exception, but rather the rule. Each time, a little more of our humanity and liberty is subtly stolen by government without the public ever taking notice of it. Most people are easily entertained and distracted, which is the same reason why people are so fascinated with magicians and hypnosis.
I totally agree. I agree with that.
Right, but you know what? We can't. That's not one particular party. That's the government as a whole. You know, when we separation of Democrats and Republicans, that's everybody.
Now, do I believe that Trump is not right? I do believe that I want to say he don't like poor white people neither. He think everybody should be able to hold his own. He don't believe in handouts. So he believe in, I want to say, social classes. So maybe his issue is social class versus race.
Well, then why do you like him?
Okay,
What do you think that he's doing for the country?
we wanted to introduce Mama-in-law on the show, Mona Ming. Let's everybody welcome her to the show, y'all.
Thank you. I want to know.
She's serious about Biden.
I want to know. You think Trump is so good for the country?
Absolutely.
Trump has done such terrible things for this country. Look at the taxes that he put on us, because the wealthy is the ones that got everything, and we got nothing. How do you think that that's good for the country? He hasn't taken us nowhere in the country good.
Wait, let me go back to the taxes. Actually, he gave the rich, I want to say the rich, a tax break. When people say that, let me explain what I mean by that. Walmart, which employs, if he give Walmart a tax break, Walmart employs so hundreds and thousands of people. That tax break allowed them to have jobs and allowed them to have benefits. A lot of people don't understand. They think the 1% is not important. It's like a lot of the wealthy people employ people. They employ the masses, right? So if you trickle down from the top and you give them a tax break, which okay, the wealthy gonna get wealthy regardless. But if you give them that tax break, it's gonna now be invested back into workforce and labor. That's a
But it's
business
not
model of
happening.
hierarchy.
It's not happening though.
I've yet to see trickle down economics work. It hasn't worked for enough.
And it's not going to ever work.
Trickle
But
down.
it is. If you look at a lot of people, their tax credit, people got more child tax credit back, and that's what people. You get more
Who?
money.
Name somebody that you know. Who? Nobody. You know how
I
many
mean,
people are
I know
still
that
complaining about that?
over the last couple of years.
We lost money this year, the last few years in taxes.
And a whole lot of people lost money this year.
I
That
mean,
tax
maybe,
break didn't
I
help
mean,
us.
I want to say because you guys are probably self-employed, right? If you have any type of self-employed
not.
income, I'm not. Well, you get a W-2, so you shouldn't get back. You should get back the regular type taxes, right?
Most people had to pay this year, not the top 1%, like you say, the regular people that work, and they didn't get nothing. They had to wind up paying. So how did that help the country?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people that got more money back, especially they got more money with tax credit back. I mean, I don't know who had the payback. It could have been poor tax accounting. It could have been the tax preparer could not have been giving you good tax breaks.
What about the cap on people's properties? He capped it at 10,000. You know, people have 15,000, 18,000 dollars.
Hold on. Your internet.
She don't hear it.
She froze.
I can't hear you.
The freezing over there, we can't hear you clear. It might be. I think today is a crazy day with the internet. It's a lot of things going on. A lot of stuff wasn't working. You might need to log out and then come back in or refresh your screen.
No, wait. I have a question. So the people, because let's go back to the taxes. So do you think that Biden, right? Because you voted for Biden. So if you're not comfortable or you say, you know what, I really don't like Trump's position related to taxes, it really affected me poorly. So I believe that Biden's tax plan is going to really help me and the economy. Now, when is Biden's tax plan?
Wait, before that is answered, Shaquille Bentley want to know, is this woman speaking wearing a Trump hat? That's the question that he got. I'll let you answer that, Adrian.
Yeah. Who else on here? Nobody else.
So there you go.
You don't see my hat mega.
She said, hell yeah, she wearing it. What's good? What you want? Mega. All right, so there you have it. So I'm waiting for Mona to log back on because I have a question for her when she comes back on. But while we're waiting for her, King Charlie Prince. Well, I don't want to just say King Charlie Prince. I want to say, Adrian, you didn't vote, right?
Nope.
When is the last time, and have you ever voted?
I've never. I don't believe in voting. I believe the president is and the others are chosen. So I don't believe in giving the government a lot of my information anyway. Let them find it, let them take it, but I'm not giving it to them. And you standing online and give them your information and register and all those things. I just don't feel that they should have access.
Okay.
Wait, just my hat. I
So, can you say what you were saying before everything cut off because we didn't get to hear what you were saying.
Okay, so this is what I was telling Mona Mama. Okay, so I know you don't think that Trump is good for the country. He's not going to help people. Okay, I understand that position, but besides Obama, what do you think Biden is going to do based on what he said he's going to do? Besides, making us all helping the soul of the country or whatever. What is he going to do related to taxes? What is he going to do related to infrastructure? What is he going to do? Because he ain't got a plan.
Well, hopefully he does more than Trump did.
See, now that's what I like. You know why? Because you're the second person that talked about Biden and you used the same word, hope. That is oppressive generational.
That's all we got right now is hope.
And that's
this country is in right now is terrible. There's no people's lost their jobs, their homes. I mean, everything that was good in this country is gone because of Trump's stupidness.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Now, who sells hope? I'm gonna tell you who sells hope. Religion. The church. Thank you. So the church sells hope, and as Black people, we have bought into hope. Hopefully he'll be okay. I hope everything is gonna be okay. Biden has now.
Anything will be better than Trump.
And remember, Biden was just in office.
It would be better than Trump.
But Biden was just in office. Trump was only in 3.5 years. He really couldn't do much in 3.5 years.
He wasn't the president. Obama was.
No, but okay, so
nothing for the
So that's all I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is, what if Biden is now trying to convince people to vote for him because he's going to make things so much better? What is his position and policies? He strategically makes sure he don't promise you nothing but hope. He don't have to give you facts. He don't have to give you strategy. He don't have to give you solutions.
What did Trump promise? He promised to do everything for the working and the poor people, and then got in there and did nothing for them and gave it all to the wealthy. So
that's not true.
What makes you think if we keep him in there 4 more years that he's going to do anything any better? He's going to take away Social Security,
that's not true. That's what they tell you. That's not true.
Food stamps, anything that has to do with poor, Trump is going to take it away. Are you ready for that?
I'm gonna tell you what it is about it. Trump is doing he is doing Republican policies. That when you hear all of that, that's policies that Republicans want, and Trump is the face of it right now. When you talk about Social Security and that stuff being removed, Trump is going to gladly sell that to people because that's what Republicans want done.
But actually, that was Democrats that want to get rid of Social Security.
No, it's not. It was
universal. See, they want universal income.
How about Paul Ryan? Paul Ryan was trying to get rid of Social Security, as he said, since he was a teenager. So this has been something that they wanted all along.
But didn't Biden say that he wanted to get rid of? He did. Well, he actually said that.
They weren't trying to get rid of it. What they were trying to do is make Social Security done in a way where it's controlled by the corporate people.
Okay. Yes. He wanted universal income, which will again make us all dependent, not independent. And that's what Trump is about. He wants you to be independent and not dependent.
Trump wants you to be poor.
I have a question, guys. I have a question for y'all. Well, this is for me too, because like I stated today, I also voted today and I voted for Biden. But I do have a question for everybody that voted for Biden. Do you believe that Biden is going to do anything for Black people?
Let me answer. No. Black people. No.
With Kamala Harris, it could happen.
Kamala Harris and Black people and Biden been locking up Black people forever. They do nothing in the official capacity they had in government office. They're not. Let me help you. You know why they're not? Because they don't have to. Because they know we operate with hope. So they don't have to give us anything else. Now, if we were able to say, listen, if you're going to work, if you got a plan for us, we need to see this plan. Where's all those Black leaders? Where's Al Sharpton, Jeff C. Jackson, all those advocate people that's running around advocate. Where's Black Lives Matter? They should be out here promoting for Black community, Black culture, Black empowerment. They're not
But
here.
put that on, we can't put that on one particular group. We got to
Okay,
put that on the Black
people.
community as a whole. But I'm gonna say it to you like this. I honestly think Black people will hold them accountable because Black people are tired.
Who?
Exactly.
Ain't not one person asked for. Okay, I'm sorry. Ice Cube. Ice Cube said, listen, I want to meet with both parties. If you got something, I'm for Black people. I'm not interested in Democrats, interested in Republicans. I want Black culture. I want to know what you can do for Black people, right? And he was attacked by Black people, calling him a coon because he was Trump accepted his invitation. Biden didn't accept his invitation. Biden accepted Cardi B's invitation, but he didn't accept Ice Cube's intelligent invitation. What he said to him was, I will tell you what the Black plan is after I'm elected. Flagrant.
Let me just make it. You okay over there, King Charlie Prince?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go back. It was flagrant disrespect. He said, he flagrantly said, I don't have to meet with you because I don't have to give you Black people anything. I'm gonna give you hope.
Okay, now let me just comment to that. I gotta tell you, the truth of the matter is, I do agree with Adrian on that one. I believe, and even myself, even going to the poll booth today, that I gave away my vote, not knowing that anything will come back in return, like I've been doing every single year when I go to vote for the Democratic Party. Now, voting, I'm changing my status next year, or now this year I'm going to be changing my status to independent. Because I don't want to be on either side, because I do feel the same way Ice Cube felt. I need to hear from both sides of the party. I need to know what you're going to do for us as a group, as a people, not people of color, not minorities, because anybody could fall into that category. Black people specifically, just like they did for just the LBGT community specifically.
Absolutely. Who did that again? Obama? I'm sorry, Obama did that? Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And I still like Obama, but I do believe that Obama didn't do nothing exactly. I mean, just
he didn't do nothing for Black people. He didn't do nothing for Black people.
Yes, I do believe that is a problem because. Oh, I thought you were turning me down. I believe that that's a problem because Trump came in office and showed people that I can override this shit. Excuse me, I can't curse because see. You see that? I'm on here, so I gotta watch my mouth. So I do believe that Obama could have done more, but he didn't. But I kind of respect what he was trying to do. He was trying to do what presidents are supposed to do, which is be everybody's president, all Americans president, all across the board, white, Black, everything. Because you got to remember, he is Black, but he ain't all Black. He got a white mother. Let's not forget that, right? So at the end of the day, I respect what he was trying to do, but they see him as a Black president. Point blank, and he should have been doing stuff for Black people specifically. Why? Because
he did something for Black. Okay, he don't have to do. He don't have to do the majority, but he didn't do anything, and he's gonna do the same thing that he's gonna blame it on the man. Nope, the man gonna hold me back. The man not gonna allow me to do it. That's gonna be his excuse. Hope, the man, everything. And I'm gonna go back to what you said, and I even posted this. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Let me go back. Is voting for the same party over and over and over again and expecting different results. That is called Democrat insanity. Bling, 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 bling. I got my own thing.
I agree with you, but we have to stop acting like it's only Democrats that do it. And that's the problem with politics, because we always act like it's one particular group. This country would be better if everybody on both sides of the aisle said, you know what, let's get out of this Democrat-Republican thing and let's work to what makes this country better.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we
but
can't
let me ask you guys a question. Who started the Democratic Party?
Racist.
No, it was not the Black people. Let's be clear on the history lesson. Black people did not start the Democratic Party.
But let's
we
be honest.
We was Republicans before.
Thank you. So how did we change? I'm gonna put my hat down.
We started this country. It wasn't white. It wasn't Black people. Black people, but white people has been with politics what America believes politics is supposed to be. Black people weren't supposed to be a part of politics. That's why they work so hard to make sure that we are not.
You know what I gotta say to that, and this is a great debate, and I love that we hear all different views. But my comment is, when I look at all of this, it's like I don't want to go back and forth fighting over two white men to fix black people issues. I don't think that's
exactly.
You know what I mean?
So that's a good point. I had something to say on that point. So there was like massive amount of money. I want to say millions of dollars that was designated to the Black Lives Matter movement. So I just want to look at anybody's neighborhoods change. No. Okay, so where is all that money that went to Black Lives Matter movement? Let's go. I'm gonna put my hat down. Do anybody know where all that Black Lives Matter money went?
I'll be honest with you. It's a Black Lives Matters movement. We got to understand we can't put everything on one movement, and that's where the issue is. We always look at Black Lives Matter and go, y'all need to fix what y'all, no.
Where that money went?
That doesn't matter. You know where it matters? What matters is black people stop asking where everything else went, and we start getting out there as a community and fixing stuff. Because it's whenever we got different groups. This the same thing when white people are out there marching and they getting mad and they destroying neighborhoods. Nobody's asking white people where their money going.
Let me tell you what that's true and that's not true. If you had a White Lives Matter or a Jewish Lives Matter or a Chinese Lives Matter or Asian Lives Matter, they're gonna know where that money is going. They're gonna know where those millions of dollars are going. Now, if you go on Google and you put in Black Lives Matter money, it's gonna come up to who? Joe Biden. How is that possible? How, you know what that went to? Joe Biden's campaign money. You know what? That's exactly what's on. And not one black person is questioning that all that money can be sent into black communities for black medicine, black doctors, hire black teachers, all of these things it could have been done for. But no, it went to Joe Biden's campaign.
Right. You know what? Black people as a community, we are supposed to pool our resources to put money where it's to get what we want in office. Now that guy, if that's true, then that guy should be doing. He now is with billions of dollars of black money obligated. Now, if he doesn't do it, that means black people got to hold him accountable. And
no, his campaign is already gone.
I believe that our young kids, I'm not gonna say because I honestly don't think us, our older generation, and even us will stand up. But I believe our younger generation is gonna hold him accountable because that is who's going out and that's who's voting for him now.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this, right?
President, I want you to give us an update.
Although Black lives do matter, but Black unity matters first.
Yes,
absolutely.
I agree.
Black unity matters first, and the problem is, if we are making our own money without them getting a cut, it's illegal. But if we giving them a cut, then we're legal. That's how they operate. You know, they always got to have their hand in the pot. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could be selling T-shirts, but you got to have a license to do it so they can get a hand in it, you know? And that's how they keep their hand in our pocket.
And exactly, that's why I don't understand why people had such issues with the Trump his taxes. Because why, if I want to know his accountant to show me how to do the same thing, manipulate the tax law, which is the tax law, so that way I can spend less and pay the IRS, I'd rather put that money back into my pocket or back into my assets. But
well, that ain't gonna happen unless you're wealthy.
But that's not, it's gonna happen when you have real estate assets. You can call that wealth, but what they learned to do is diversify things and learned loopholes, and they hire good accountants who learn about financial literacy. We wasn't taught financial literacy. That's why a lot of us, it's not to be wealthy to understand financial literacy. We were probably taught to get a civil service job, which is actually a government job. But why can't we learn financial literacy? They don't teach us that. Don't teach our kids that. Why? Because they want to keep us dependent.
Really?
Deprived and dependent.
You got to understand it, but you know, looking at this, because we can go back and forth about both of these, who's going to be better for this country. But honestly, until we unite, because I look at this right now, right? When you look at all these black people outside battling white people right now, both groups are losing because no matter who they put in office, Trump, Biden, whoever down the line, it's not good for America because they're not thinking about America. They're thinking about whoever. They're thinking about the pockets of rich people and the people that control them. They don't give a damn about us, and we over here fighting for each other while they winning. Because I'm gonna tell you, whenever you look at two fights, you got to look at where the money's going. It's no different than a boxing ring.
But let me ask you a question. Right now, you got a large percentage of Latinos voting for Biden. For Trump. A large percentage of, I want to say, the Jews. You rarely see the Jews advocate for anybody, any candidate. You can go back to history. You don't see the Jews. Why are they advocating strong for Trump? Right? So now again, why are they working so hard on Black people not wanting empowerment? That's what you have to ask yourself. Why do they keep wanting us to stay in the hope factor versus the action factor?
Let me just comment to that. And I do agree with that. But first, I want to tell everybody that's tuned in, please hit the like button and please hit share this live so it can reach more people and we can get you guys in on the discussion. Share this live. Now, here's the thing. I do agree with Adrian on that. See, here's the thing is, I believe that the Democratic Party is a party that loves to keep Black people dependent upon them. They can sit there and say, and they do sell hope. I agree with that. They do sell hope. Even me, I was taught. You shaking your head, but I that's what I think. I was taught when I was taught to vote. What was taught to me was vote Democrat all across the board. They didn't know why. They didn't say this is what you should get for your vote. This is why we voting. They just said vote Democrat because these are the benefits that we get. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people do need benefits, right? People do need help. I'm not knocking that. So shit, I use help plenty of times on the system. So I'm never gonna knock that. But the thing is, it's about being self-sufficient. So when people don't want you to be self-sufficient and you got to depend upon them, they have control over you. And that's what the problem is. About having control over us. So we have to take our power back. See, the Jews, they go behind the scenes and they use their money and they pay them off and they get what they want. Economical power. I'm sorry, y'all know I talk loud. I can't help it.
No, but I agree with you. Keep talking.
I'm yelling.
But let me tell you what you said was so profound. The fact of the matter is, Black people as a whole, we are dominating right now. We're dominating in culture. We're graduating with our degrees faster than a lot of cultures. I know, okay, statistically, but they're not going to show you those statistics. They're going to keep us thinking that everybody's on public assistance and everybody's in public housing and everybody's on something. They don't keep us thinking that, and it's not true. The fact that why you think they're working so hard on our mental control, our mental chains versus saying, you know what, you guys have, you're graduating statistically well, you guys are opening up businesses, you're making money, we're stealing your culture, we're stealing everything from you, okay, but we're not going to give you no credit. You know why they didn't give us any credit? Because if we believe we're not minorities, if we believe our empowerment and our power, we will be dominant, and we are the dominant race. That's why they work so hard on us.
Right, but I'm like I said, I'm not going to disagree with none of that because it is true. But we have to stop acting like it's just one party, because when you look at the Republican Party, you really think they're going to help Black people when they're not even helping their own? When you all you got to do is look at a Republican state, and you can see, and I'll give you Kentucky as an example, the worst state in the country.
Didn't Biden win Kentucky?
Oh, nobody's won Kentucky yet, but Kentucky is a Republican-held state. It's always been. If Biden wins that, it'll be the first time in a long time that a Democrat did. There's a lot of Republican states that are poor, that are at the bottom of the worst in school and worse in health, worse in everything. We got to stop acting like, you know what, it's the Democrats. Now, I agree with you. We got to get away from the Democratic mindset, yes. But we can't get away from the Democratic mindset and run right to the Republican, because neither one of them are going to do anything for us. We as a Black community have to come up with our own. We have to get away from them and come up with our own. And like King Charlie Prince said, unity is the first thing we got to think about. We cannot be thinking about, I'm getting away from the Democrats and I'm going to run to the Republicans, because neither party is going to help us.
I mean, that I agree with. I mean, I definitely agree with that. But I just don't understand how you can vote for it. I mean, you have a Democratic mayor, you have a Democratic governor who is failing you significantly.
I don't live in New York, so they don't that doesn't count for me.
I mean, you live in New York State, which is
New York City.
yeah. I said the mayor and the governor. The governor's over the state. So right now, no matter both of them are failing us.
I'm not a Cuomo fan. I am not a Cuomo fan. I never been.
So, but think about it though. They have been not. They should be voted out. Period.
I don't disagree.
Guess what? I guarantee you, nobody voted for them, but they still in.
Unfortunately, New York is a Democratic state. They use the popularity of New York to keep whoever's going to be governor, and that's how it works.
Okay, I got two things we want to do. We want to read a message from Shaquille, and then we want to give you guys an update on what's happening with the presidents who's in the lead right now. Would you like
Trump,
to
Trump?
I can't take it.
We already know it's Trump. I don't know why I don't come into the light, Carolyn. Come into the light, Carolyn. I got you in the light.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna say it like this.
I hope Trump don't win. I don't want Trump to win. Trump is trouble in the world. Okay.
I'm gonna read Shaquille Bentley's comment. He commented, Obama made healthcare easier and blacks benefited from it. He raised the minimum wage and blacks also benefited from that too. He created a lot of policies that blacks benefited from. Obama was being blackballed a lot by Congress and the Senate when he fought for black people. The GOP has had a lot of control of the House when Obama was president, and Obama fought for blacks. Now,
Obama ain't fought for no blacks.
I will. I'm not. Yeah, I agree with that. He didn't really do a lot of fighting for blacks, but he did. He wasn't from the minute he won.
Black LGBTQ too. Them.
You had Republicans saying they were not going to let nothing pass, even if it benefited them, and that's on the record. You could look that up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so real quick, let us do a quick little update on what's happening with the president. Who's in the lead right now?
Right now with electoral votes, you got Biden with 119 and
Trump with 3,000.
With 92.
Oh my God, I can't take it. Listen, who do you guys think is going to win? What's that? Wait, what King Charlie Prince? The fourth left.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
Read what King Charlie Prince got up there, y'all. So, I want to hear from everybody. Who do you guys think is going to win this president?
Honestly,
president-elect?
I'll answer first. I think Trump was set up to win. He's going to win by the electoral college, and Biden's going to win by the popular vote.
So we're going to be going down to Manhattan and rioting.
Well, first of all, the Republican and Democratic Party is another political fraud.
Mm-hmm, it is.
And that these political parties are actually the product of one large political conspiracy. And all of the candidates chosen for the highest positions in government are not chosen by party members or the public, but are pre-selected by the royal and the elite. And each approved candidate must swear an allegiance to and render a pledge to adhere to the demands of these corporate directors and masters.
I agree. But so let me ask you a question. Who you think is going to be in Manhattan looting? Because last time was Black Lives Matter.
No, no. That was white people. That was white people. Show you video of white people doing that. That was white people. That was not Black Lives Matter.
Not only that, a cop started looting and breaking the windows as if he was a part of the Black Lives Movement. People out there, and there was a lot of white people out there that was doing that too. People was getting videos of white people out there busting out videos and
infiltrating.
Movement.
No. Exactly what he said. They were infiltrating, but they were representing who?
No, they weren't representing anything. They were infiltrating it to make it look like it was Black Lives Matter.
I saw some black kids running out of them Gucci stores.
It was. You know what you call those? You call those opportunists. Because I'm gonna tell you now.
I can't take it.
Yes, it was black people doing it, but it was we cannot put that on a group because black people and white people were out there rioting and tearing stuff up.
In the name of Black Lives Matter.
No, it wasn't.
The reason why they were doing it was because of George Floyd, right?
No, they would. Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna tell you like this, and if you look at and I ask, please do your research when especially because I don't stand by Black Lives Matter, but I stand by black people. And there are black protesters, and at night you got opportunists.
Yes, I agree with that.
You cannot
So
put.
I think at nighttime is when the black people was running out the Gucci store.
But it was also white people.
The white people, you're right about that. But the white people were crisis actors. They was okay. So a lot of those were crisis actors. Let's be clear on that. And the black people were opportunists, absolutely. But they were still on the basis. Okay, it was motivated by Black Lives Matter. It was not even though these people.
That is not true, and I'm explaining to you because I followed Black Lives Matter before it was this big name. Okay,
that's true.
And it was not that. What it is anything that and I'm gonna tell you a history of when black people stand up for each other. They always try to make it look like the group that's standing up for black people are the cause of everything. They did it to Martin Luther King. They did it to Malcolm X. They did it to Marcus Garvey. We got to stop acting like every time a group stands up for black people, when infiltrators come in, we blame it on the group. And we got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. Okay, so what I'm saying to you, okay, so those riotings that happened recently was because of George Floyd.
Right. It was opportunity. You got opportunists and you got the people who want to make it look like this is the group that's doing it.
Yes. But the Black Lives Matter, it was even if they were the opportunists, they were chanting and representing allegedly Black Lives Matter. So what I'm saying to you right now, the boarding up, right? The boarding up. Why do you think they are boarding up those? Because they have a history of being attacked by who?
You don't think it's going to be white people that's going to be upset and tearing stuff up?
I'm not saying the white people are not, but I'm just saying those white people and those black people were chanting Black Lives Matter.
If they know it's not going to be Black Lives Matter, it's going to be opportunists. We're not going to, because I cannot say, you know what? I'm not going to allow a black group to get named because of there's like I said, I'm not a fan of the people with Black Lives Matter. I'm a fan of the movement. Okay, that's it too, because the movement is actually getting work done. We allow every time an opportunist jumps into a group, we allow that opportunist in the group. And like I said, they did it to Malcolm X. Malcolm X is, to me, my favorite black leader, but they made Malcolm X look like he was a bad guy. And they do that to every black group that says, you know what, I'm tired of what's happening to black people. And we can't do that.
All right, so go back to Black Lives Matter. So Black Lives Matter.
Just because they yell Black Lives Matter don't mean they was a part of the group. Because every time it happened, the leaders of Black Lives Matter in every state that it happened with made sure to say that we were not a part of that.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that, but I know that the black. Go ahead.
For black people to talk about building up the black community, marrying other black people, spending money in the black community, educating the children in that community, and supporting other black people is neither racism or racist. It is collective self-preservation and good common sense.
You know what?
Let me go back to what you said. What you said was strong. Now, how is Black Lives Matter contributing to that? The movement. I mean, before George Floyd, right? In between the last situation, there has been, when have you ever, I'm talking about school choice, I mean, a black on black crime, kids, babies getting shot randomly. When have you ever seen Black Lives Matter out there advocating for that?
Black on black crime, another white. They do, but black on black crime. Let's fix that one thing. Black on black crime is a myth. That is another white lie that they make us look like that only black people kill each other. There's white on white crime, but you never hear that statement. There's Asian on Asian crime. You never hear that as a statement. Every group of people who live in close proximity of each other kill each other, but it's never that.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, okay, if there's incidents of harm to people in the community, Where is the advocacy groups? I don't care who it's for.
They're all
You
the
have
time.
grandmothers who are getting killed and getting raped. Where's the advocacy group?
It's out there all the time. I believe it. I follow it. I follow every time a black man gets killed, not even by just by the police, but by each other. There are groups. We know one right now. He's going to be on our show. Tyrone Muhammad is one guy who's always out there advocating
He's
to clean up
Chicago,
Chicago to clean up the neighborhood. So it is black people out there doing it.
I know the groups that save the streets and all. I mean, I know them. Trust they actually work for Mayor de Blasio, so they only get activated when they are told to. I know them. I know them personally.
Not Tyrone Muhammad.
Not yet.
Not Tyrone Muhammad. Tyrone Muhammad is from Chicago, and he does.
Yeah, it started in Chicago. It started in Chicago. It came here. They are called Save the Streets. You can Google it. I know the actual.
This is a different person. Maybe you're talking about something different. He's from this.
What's his group name?
It's ESSBC. And he's it's like a public servant is what he goes by. I actually interviewed him a while back on DJC Radio Global, but it's not the name of that group. He does his own thing, and he's not a part of none of the politicians at all. He actually be getting at these politicians and be shutting it down. He's the one that threw the brick through the Asian nail shop because they disrespected a young black girl, and he will pull up. If they do anything to anybody in his community, he pulls up ready to shut shit down. He be closing down shops and everything that come into his neighborhood, who takes out but don't put nothing in and disrespect the people there.
I heard of him.
Yeah,
yeah. He's doing. He's one of those people now. So we can't say it's not being done. There are people, and even in Philly, there's people in Philly, in all the cities, there is somebody who's cleaning up. But like King Charlie Prince said, we need black unity, because unfortunately, what happens when you start seeing those people start to do stuff, you start to see the infiltrators try to make them look bad, or they end up dead. And I can tell you now, St. Louis is an example. Nine community people who stood up and got laws changed in St. Louis were all killed in mysterious ways.
And see, when you unify, it make people think twice about coming in your neighborhood doing things.
Right.
Absolutely.
And see, before the truth can set any of us free, we need to recognize which lie is holding us hostage.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. The mental chain lies that's being enforced by the government. Who's over the government?
You know what I used to think? I used to think like this. Like, you know, you can have people coming in your neighborhood, going on the rooftop, fixing roofs and things like that. We don't know if they snipers or not. They could be snipers shooting in the neighborhood, and next thing you know, we shooting at each other now and we running all over the place because bullets came from somewhere, but we don't know.
That was happening in Chicago.
You know, they get on the rooftop, and we thinking they fixing the roofs. They could be setting us up. You know what I'm saying?
Here's what like I said, we got to stop relying on the government to fix our issues, and that's where we as a black community fail each other, because we always look to the saviors, the government that save us. If black people need to know, and I think that's what's not being told to our people, is we contribute almost $2 trillion to American economy every year and get nothing back for it. If we pulled honestly, that's enough money that some countries don't even have.
That's because they're working, again, that's why I'm trying to tell you, they work so aggressively on keeping our subconscious thinking so enslaved. That's what I'm saying to you. We saying the same thing, but that's why I keep saying to you, if you choose to vote for a particular candidate, if you're tired of it, we had enough. Explain to me, you feel that in 3.5 years, Trump didn't do anything. Okay, so Biden didn't do anything. We know, Biden and Obama didn't do anything. Okay, everybody's tired, right? So now we say there's a candidate that we kind of like because he was associated, affiliated with Obama. But what is he going to do? Again, he didn't even come up with a black plan. So why would I wouldn't, as a black person, he's clearly saying to you, I'm not going to do anything for you because I don't even have a plan for you. He's telling you that off the bat.
I'm gonna tell you what's happening right now, all right? And I honestly feel like it'll be the same thing with Biden, but we don't know. Trump right now, you got a lot of people who feel like Donald Trump got in office. He had his chance to make a change. Let's move on to the next one, and that's what you're supposed to do in politics. Biden gets in there, he don't do what he's supposed to do. We got to move on to the next one. But
what does he want to do though? This is what I'm saying to you. That's not what I understand that, but I'm just saying that if we are tired, we trying to change. We trying to change the history and the way we're doing things. We trying to have a voice. We trying to have be part of history. Why would you choose Biden? I know Biden was not your choice. We already know that. People ain't vote him in there. He was just put in there. So why would you choose Biden?
Like I'm gonna tell you like this. But me being a veteran, I went with Biden for one reason only, because what I have seen personally with the way that this country is fighting each other, when I feel like, it comes to a point where now I got to turn my gun on the same people I was willing to give my life for, it's a different story now.
So what do you think Biden's going to do to change that?
Honestly, the only thing I could say is we know right now we need somebody in office who's not gonna push the agenda for people fighting each other, Americans fighting each other. When you got a president who's out there, and this is my personal opinion, I'm not gonna lie, there are some of Donald Trump's, and I will never leave that out. There are some Donald Trump's policies that I like. But when I look at him as a person and he pushes this divide, you cannot support people walking the streets with semi-automatics fighting each other because they're mad about a president.
I don't see where he's dividing, but that's because the media wants you to believe that he is.
I see this personally. I don't look for this from the media. This is something I personally see.
So, so this is the question that I have for you, Adrian. So, there was a lot of Trump supporters that was, I guess, following some Democrats on the bus, and they tried to run them off the
allegedly. The media told you that. See, this is what I'm saying to the media.
But it was video of it.
Now, again, the media, Facebook is control. See, again, they got you so programmed to say, right? Why? Because Trump's rallies are selling out. Trump's rallies are people are coming out for Trump's like nobody has ever done. So they got to do damage control. So what they're going to do is say, wait a minute, they're following this bus. They're harassing this bus. Trump supporters are aggressive. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now listen, I've seen the Trump train here in Orange County on here. I've seen the Trump train. It's so much excitement. If people ain't trying to harm nobody, if anything, the hate.
I disagree because
then we gotta look at how they know how to edit things too.
Thank you.
Okay, so with all of that being said, then answer this question. Donald Trump actually responded to this at one of his rallies, and he applauded them for doing that. So talk to me about that then.
Okay, so what did he actually say? What did he say? The reason why I always say, what did he say? Because the media has a very creative way.
He said,
he laughed about it. He was like, yeah, well, I seen like two groups, and then they kind of pushed them all to the side.
What he did was
funny. If they would have pushed them off the side and people's lives would have been taken, then what would we have to say then?
Wait. But first of all, it's hate on both. I'm gonna tell you right now, as a Trump supporter, as a black Trump supporter, I get more hate. I get more hate than anything. Trust me. I can have an opinion of why I want Trump, and I'm getting attacked for my positions. I'm not attacking you for. I think Biden is a pedophile, complete pedophile, known pedophile, is all over the place. I'm not saying why you supporting a pedophile. I don't understand. Are you a pedophile? You got secrets? I don't understand what's going on. We don't do that over here. But if I say I'm supporting Trump, automatically so the hate is not coming from Trump supporters. The hate is coming from the Democrats.
This.
No. I kind of agree with her on that too.
But it's coming from both sides.
I'm not split down in the middle. I do believe that it does come from the Democrats too, because as soon as somebody say they're a Trump supporter and they're black, then they get criticized. They get called the coon. They get called all types of names, like stupid. They're a sellout. It's a whole bunch of stuff. But at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is, people, just like Democrats and anybody else, could walk around and say it's our right. Your answer is right. Another person has the right to vote for Trump if they want to. So it's wrong for people to say. It's wrong for people to say that somebody can't vote for Trump.
No, I'm not saying that. But this is not about the vote. It's not about the vote. What it is right now, you got violence happening. You got people getting shot in the middle of the street in the name of Trump.
Okay,
come
but
on
what
now.
I'm saying is,
no, that's not true.
It is.
Listen,
that was Antifa.
Let me tell y'all what my main point. Let's say all of this shit is happening. Don't people still got a right to make a choice?
Yeah. I have had people including us Trump supporters, people on Facebook that I can care less about, that don't follow me, don't support, don't do anything. That's like, oh, any Trump supporters, I'm blocking you. Like, how dare you? How dare I have the right to choose who I want to choose? How dare you give me your hate? Again, you can go down a list. Trump's Biden supporters give more hate than Trump supporters give you. You don't see people, Trump supporters over here. What we're looking for is other Trump supporters. You see, you see Trump supporters rallying around other Trump supporters. We're not over here with you throwing an egg at you. You see the Biden supporters hating us because we are not agreeing. Okay, let's just say the last podcast we had, my position may have not been appreciated, okay, by other Biden supporters. That shouldn't be. I'm entitled to my right. And once you say that, especially being black, how dare you? You're supposed to be a Biden supporter. You're supposed to be a Democrat. Why? And I don't know why I'm a Democrat. It's just a generational thing. We're just supposed to be a Democrat. We're just supposed to be. And if you are not, you are a sellout, you're a coon, and that's hate.
Let me just say this right. First, I'm gonna just say this. Whether, no matter who we vote for, at the end of the day, you still my brother, you still my sister, and that's
I appreciate that.
You understand? So we shouldn't let politics cause a division.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what causes a division. Is the hate that's being perpetuated by the media, by the social media, is making people hate each other. Okay, let's just go back. Like I said.
Okay, because a lot of the stuff people are hating is not because of a specific thing. It's specifically, but the stuff that Donald Trump says. He's tweeting it. He's saying it. You know,
but that's not what I'm saying. You shouldn't hate me because I support, even if I support Biden, if I support Trump.
They are wrong for hating you, but I can explain to you what the issue is. The issue is not about you. The issue is about Trump. And what happens is you become the ride for that Trump because when
I not hate Biden, he running around here sniffing on kids and want to change kids' sex.
Unfortunately,
yeah, I heard about that.
Unfortunately, my
and not one person hating this man.
Let me just say something.
The media is not telling you to hate him.
My kid would never get this close to him, but like I say, we're all walking contradictions because at the end of the day, we voted for a man that we know that or think that did that. But let me address.
Donald Trump got 12 rape charges. Suing him for rape.
Let me address two things with you, Adrian. You said that that it's the Biden people that's doing all the stuff and throwing rocks or whatever because somebody's a Trump supporter. But I believe that it's on both sides. I think both.
I believe it's on both sides.
It is doing that one, being
they both inciting each other.
Yes, doing that to the other thing, to the other party. And also, I do also agree now with the other thing she said is that black people always think because you black that you have to be a Democrat. That is a huge problem. But and again, why do black people always let me just get some quick shout outs real quick. Big shout out to JP Joshua on the check-in. Big shout out to India. Big shout out to Shaquille. Big shout out. I can't see it. DJ Russ from Grind City. That is it. And I'm sorry, I can't scroll no more. But big shout out to y'all. I'm loving the comments, and I'm loving what you guys have to say and the value that you're adding to the conversation.
Let me tell you why there was a lot of Trump trains happening, because what people started to see on Trump's side was the fact that the media was biased against Trump, and they was getting tired of it. They was constantly, they were cutting out all Biden's offensiveness, and they was focusing on Trump. So they made everybody focus on Trump.
Wait a minute.
That's what the media did. That's what the media did.
The media is also the reason why Donald Trump is the president. Let's not forget.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the reason why
let's not forget 4 years ago, Donald Trump didn't even have to put any money out to do any for his campaign. All he had to do was get on TV and say something stupid, and he was on the news all day.
But see, the problem with this is that racism didn't start with Donald Trump.
No, it didn't. No.
Okay? Those who are enlightened already know that the system has been rotten for a very long time, and this is why many are having a difficult time in voting. This is because they have evil, corrupt people hiding behind the scenes, controlling.
Thank you.
Right. Here's the thing about that. I'm gonna tell you, I totally agree with you. What I'm saying to
hold on, wait, before you say that, same like when Kennedy, when he was president. When he started doing things they didn't like, what happened? All of a sudden, he ended up dead.
Yes.
And to me, I think the higher powers don't like what Trump is doing.
Agreed. And they make people hate him. That's exactly what people are starting to notice, exactly what you said. And they're making people hate him. So what people are starting to do is pay attention to what the media is doing. This is why they censor you. They got these independent fact checkers. Ain't not one person fact check Biden. Now, he be lying all day. And not one person fact check Biden. You know why? Because they're convincing you to believe his lies. And that's what the media is doing. Why? Again, ask yourself, why is the media doing that? Why is the media doing that?
You got people convincing us to believe that Donald Trump's telling the truth.
Yeah, but that's not, in the media, that is not true.
I wanna. There's a comment up on the screen right now, and it says, "What about Trump paying from India, Alan?" It says, "What about Trump paying women off?" So, how do you feel about that?
Okay,
my thing is this, right? First of all, everybody got dirt behind them.
Thank you.
You understand? Okay.
But when you sit there and try to make one dirt override the other dirt, then you playing.
And that's exactly what we're doing right now. That's exactly what we're doing right now.
I agree.
We arguing about whose closet got who's
right. Exactly. But they putting more dirt in Trump closet.
Thank you.
And not putting everything up there.
Because I see a lot of Biden stuff coming out.
No.
I do.
Yeah, I don't see Biden.
No, you don't hear about Biden kid issues. No, we speak of Biden. You don't hear about Biden doing a lot of what Biden is doing because they cleaning it up. Like, just ask yourself, why is it that the media so aggressively, sports stars?
No. I agree with her. I agree with her. 100%.
That's scary.
The media,
y'all must not be looking in the right places, because I don't look at the media to find Biden stuff.
But
and that's what I keep trying to tell y'all, using this media to tell y'all, oh, this is what's wrong with Trump, or this is what I just told y'all.
The media plays nothing but bad stuff about Trump 24/7.
That's not,
and they don't do that with Biden.
Yes, they do.
Like that.
No, they do not.
Yes, they do.
They don't. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
You're right.
No, they do not.
Look at Fox.
It's very, very hard. Okay, wait, let me say. Go right now. This is what I was telling people. When Biden had his the last debate, he made a prediction. It's going to be a dark winter. I Googled it, right? Because I listened to everything they both say, and I Googled the little subliminals. Dark winter, you know what that means? That's a biochemical warfare that the government puts out. How did he know it's going to be a dark winter and 200,000 more people are going to die? How did he know? Now, if you go on there, if everybody start questioning, if people who are thinking start quickly did damage control. Oh, fact check, fact check, fact check, fact check. Like, so what they did was they fact check. People start Googling what dark winter mean, because now people start paying attention to what Biden is saying aggressively, because he's throwing out things. How did Biden, because if you Google dark winter right now, there is a meaning for it. How did he know 200,000 more people was going to die?
And
Right?
One of the things I don't never trust fact check, because they got that on lockdown.
Thank you.
They want our truth to look like a lie to the people. You see, and they see that, they see that the people are waking up to their lies, but they want y'all to remain asleep.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you where the real news comes from this country. Y'all listening to the news that y'all see on TV. The real news comes from the news outside of this country. Look at newspapers like Al Jazeera, and you get the real news. Yeah, you know, we gotta stop going, oh, this is not happening, because it is. There are stories about Biden that come out. It's just not being. You don't listen to. If you only stay in American news, you will never know about it.
And right now, you can look at international news, you're not going to see it, because they already cleaned him up. They cleaned him up a long time ago. They don't mind leaving out the racist part we say about black people, right? They don't care about the jungle part. They don't care, because they don't value us. They don't value us like that. But him molesting kids,
do you think Trump values us? Do you think Trump values us though?
I think Trump values everybody. I think he values America, not necessarily black. I think Trump focuses on America. He believes strongly in America. That's why he keeps saying patriots, patriots, patriots. People wasn't saying that name before.
No. You gonna tell you what that patriot is.
I disagree with that one. I don't think neither one of them do.
I'm gonna tell you what the patriot is. The patriot is to use. The patriot. I'm gonna tell you, as a veteran, that patriot is used to drum up people to get out here and grab their guns and be in the so-called protect this country from who? When he says law and order, he's not talking about white people.
Okay, so let me tell you why he used law and order. You're 1,000% right on that. You're 1,000%. But let me tell you why he used law and order, right? Because I want to be honest. White people, I want to say, listen, you want to use white people. White people, including us, we pay for privilege. The first thing I did was, when things got right, I moved out of the city, because I didn't want my sons growing up in the city and have to deal with that black on black crime, right? So I paid for privilege. And trust me, if you come around here with that, people are going to arm, because people are armed up here. They're not armed in the city. You can't carry a firearm in the city, and we know that. You can carry a firearm up here. You can have a firearm past, what is it, Yonkers and Westchester, whatever that is. So all I'm saying to you is Trump used that as his selling point. I'm a law and order, because what was happening was, in Democratic run cities, you had all of this looting. People don't want that crime in their neighborhood. So they quickly, let me tell you something, people who didn't like Trump quickly start going Trump's side. Why? Because they don't want that crime in their neighborhood.
Adrian, I got to answer to that. I'm gonna tell you, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you. Not for nothing, rioting is a necessary evil. Thank you, India. You're welcome. Rioting is a necessary evil, and I'm gonna say that because, unfortunately, when a voice is not being heard, that's what you get. Black people are tired of marching, and that's why I say the young people are gonna change. The young people are gonna be the ones that change this, because you know what's happening now? The young people are no longer being able to be controlled.
That's right.
I agree. And that's why they use
people
the social media. This is why they use the video games. This is why they use the athletes. This is why they use them to use.
Adrian, everybody makes a conscious decision to say, you know what, I'm tired. It doesn't have nothing to do with a video game.
No, what I'm saying to you, they use a lot of subliminals to program kids' subconscious in these video games. Why you think they are addicted to it? It works on their consciousness.
You know what the video game is? The video game, and then y'all both wrong on that. The video game is
about that.
Listen to me, because you're not letting me finish. The video game is to keep kids entertained and complacent, where they're not paying attention to what's going on.
That's exactly what we just said.
No, you said it gives them that.
Exactly. The video games was designed subconsciously.
I'm telling you, young kids are not out there. These young kids are not playing video games when they get out there on these streets and they marching for their rights.
I got a question, Adrian. Melinda asks, is she okay with stand back and stand by? What is your comment to that? Your reply to that?
Well, what Trump said?
Yes.
Okay,
Stand
so in my
stand
opinion,
by.
in my opinion, I don't think he was talking about the white supremacists. I just don't think he was
So
talking
you know
about
what he was talking about.
that. I think he
So
was
who are the
talking about
Proud
something
Boys?
else.
What?
I've
Yeah.
never heard of the Proud Boys before. I've never heard of them before. I've
But
never
they
Yeah.
heard. I don't know who the Proud Boys are.
I see them
Never
all.
heard of them. Like I
Out
said, I see the guy who runs the Proud Boy ain't even white.
You know what? He's out there. He's also, he doesn't see himself as a person as of color either. See, here's the problem with that. The Proud Boys are out there
So
beating
how
on
many Proud Boys have hurt black people?
Hear me out. Hear me out. When there are peaceful protests, peaceful, and I'm gonna make sure I use the word peaceful. When they are having their peaceful protests, the Proud Boys are out there with their guns beating
Who?
peaceful black people. Look it up. It's all over the internet.
Let me ask you, how many incidents, hear me out, how many incidents where the Proud Boys have harmed black people?
At least 100. Look at
Not one. Not people can Google it. Not one Proud Boys have been identified as harming black
people. Actually got arrested. Then look it up, Adrian. I'm not bullshitting with you. Look it up. Excuse my language, man.
Proud Boys has a mix of different ethnic people. This is what DJ Russell.
They are beating black protesters, peaceful ones. I'm not. If you want to beat up the ones who are out there fighting and doing that, by all means, defend yourself. But they are beating people who
there haven't been peaceful protests on that side. The reason why they came out, the reason why the Proud Boys decided to come out is because the police stand down. Right? The police understand that. Wait, okay, hear me out. Before the Proud Boys came in, they was burning statues, they was burning buildings, they was burning people. People was out there crying because their businesses was burnt to the ground. Nothing was happening. The police wasn't doing anything about it. Am I correct? Remember, it was burning for months. It was burning the whole summer. So now the Proud Boys came recently.
Confused. I'm gonna explain to you why, okay?
Let me ask her a question. So you okay with these Proud Boys? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know them. I don't know anything about them.
But you're acting like
what
they're saying is okay.
Let me tell you why I feel it's okay. Let me tell you why I feel it's okay, right? If I was in the city, right? If you come to the city, you're burning down people's businesses, you're burning down your own community. There should be Bloods and Crips stopping them. I don't care who it is. It should be Bloods and Crips stopping them.
Where are each other?
So this is how I feel. If the Bloods and Crips are in the city,
killing black people either.
Huh?
We cannot celebrate Proud Boys who are out here saying
we're not celebrating them.
That's what you sound like. Oh well, black people.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you, if you got people coming into your community, they're burning down people's business. They work very, very hard for their businesses. They're burning them down. They're burning down this, that, and the other. And you got people in the community that are saying, "Hold up, you're not gonna come down. Black, white, orange, green. We're gonna stop this right now because the police is over here is allowing it to do it. The police was standing down for whatever their instruction for. They was told to stand down. So now you got independent people walking around saying, "Listen, we should be doing that as black people. We should be."
They do have it. I'm gonna say something to you. Not for nothing. I'm gonna say this. It's the. Fuck it, I'm gonna say. Excuse my language, but
oh, here,
Get the mic.
Oh, where the belt? You said it.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it, and you know what? And I have no problem saying it. I don't give a damn about them businesses burning down in the black community. You know why? Because those businesses been eating off the black community and not putting nothing into that damn community.
Some are black though. But that's not true.
Let me just make a statement to that. I once again, I'm split down in the middle. I understand your statement, right? These people that come into our neighborhoods and take and never put nothing back. But
that's not all true though.
It is.
Let me just finish. But the part that people are not understanding is some of these black businesses that are in the neighborhood that have to struggle to stay afloat are also being affected. I've seen many black owners out there cleaning up stuff and totally disappointed because their stores got damaged and robbed and broken into. So the thing is, it's affecting everybody on all levels.
Okay, can I say something about that? I'm from the Bronx. Poppy have saved the community in so many times. Poppy have fed kids for free after school. Poppy have stopped fights in the front of it. So that's not true. So when Poppy store, Poppy the bodega. There's several bodegas that are right now, when that rioting was going on, did not get broken into. You know why? Because they've been saving the community. So, but I'm just saying is that we advocate, but listen to what I'm saying. We advocate for Black people to be able to support our community. So if you got people coming in our community, I don't care if it's Black owned, Spanish owned, whatever, and tearing up the community, leaving garbage all over the place. Black people in that community who live there should be stopping that. The same way. That's all I'm saying to you. So we saying that the Black people are not doing anything for not uniting, not coming together. But if the Proud Boys said, listen, you're not gonna come up in here breaking people's businesses down. People are harmed. We're gonna police that.
I don't. Yeah, look, here's the thing. You gotta remember about the Proud Boys. The Proud Boys started way before this started happening. When Donald Trump first became president, this is before Black people were marching and all of that. It's not, the Proud Boys were out there doing the salute, and look it up, the Nazi salutes and all of that. I can't remember the guy's name off the top of my head, but this has been going on long before the marches. So we cannot blame it on the marches. I'm not
saying anything. I'm just trying to figure out what's the difference between the Black Boys and the Bloods.
What's poppin', Joanna? What's poppin', DJ Russ? Please make sure y'all share this live right now. I can tell when y'all share it, because when you type a comment, it tells me if you share. So I'm just make sure y'all share this live right now.
I'm gonna tell you the difference between the Black boys killing each other and the white boys killing Black people. And it's simple. Every time a Black man kills another Black man, they go to the end of the earth to make sure that guy pays for it. When a white man does it, he gets away with it. They look for every reason to find out to say that he's not guilty. So we cannot act like these white people don't have, and I'm not saying all white people, I'm saying these racist ones with the agenda don't have an agenda, knowing that there's not going to be no real charges for them. That's why white people are out here with their guns shooting Black people and going, oh, I thought I can get away with it.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm just trying to figure out, there's more Black on Black shooting with the Bloods than the Proud Boys to the Black people. Period.
And you think that because the Black people are killing each other, it's okay to say, well,
that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is,
that's how we can say
what I'm saying to you is that you're asking me, do I have an issue with the Proud? I don't know the Proud Boys, but the Proud Boys position is, if you're in my community, you're in my neighborhood, and I'm watching you burn down buildings. I'm watching you do, and the police are supposed to control law and order. They're not doing it. We're going to do it. I'm saying the same thing. When they was down in Manhattan, how many Proud Boys came down to Manhattan? Not one, right? How many other groups came to Manhattan? Not one.
You know why they did not come? Because they cannot carry their assault rifles in New York City. They suckers. They go in places.
Atlanta, they can. How many Proud Boys came to Atlanta? How many other groups? How many advocacy groups came to Atlanta to say, listen, we are not going to burn down this community. Stop.
Not Fucking Around Coalition. Excuse my language, but that's the name of the group.
That's the name, the NFA, which DJ Russ was mentioning earlier.
Yes, there are Black militias going out in there.
They did not stop those kids from stealing from the community. They did not.
No, but I'm not. You're acting like you're saying this like there's not white people doing it too. We got to stop blaming that on Black people.
I'm not saying, I totally agree with you. What I'm saying to you is, if we're going to say Trump is racist, let's just say he's racist because he supports the Proud Boys. I'm saying, first of all, Biden is support the Bloods because he really went straight to Cardi B. Cardi B is a known blood. Okay, she publicized it, her blood.
Cardi B was a tool, just like every politician uses. They find a tool. Donald Trump.
The Proud Boys is not a tool. So what I'm saying is that the Proud Boys is not a tool. So why did Biden choose a blood?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Why did Biden choose a gang member?
Because her popularity. She got it is because she got 6 or 7 million people following her.
Right, but
Popular
the
gang
thing
member.
is,
Yes, that keep going.
Two questions for y'all. Biden and Trump people. The first, Trump people, do you think Ice Cube would have met, Trump would have met with Ice Cube or Lil Wayne if he wasn't running for president? And for Biden people, do you think he would have sat down and talked to Cardi B if he wasn't running for president?
No, neither one of them. You know why? Because they're pandering.
Let me answer that. Trump has met with Steve Harvey. Trump has met with Steve Harvey. Wait, let me finish. Trump met with Steve Harvey. Trump met with Kanye. As crazy as Kanye is, Trump met with Kim Kardashian with the criminal reform. Trump met with a lot of people that, especially if they are bringing something to help. Now, Biden chose, he could have met with a lot of intelligent Black people, he could have met with Kanye, if it would be funny. He met with Cardi B. Again,
he didn't?
Because he said he's not going to do it. He said out his mouth.
When did he say that? When did he say that?
He said it several times. He said, I'll meet with them.
I never heard it, but when did he say it?
He said, I'll meet with them after the election. Both Lil Wayne and Ice Cube asked to meet with both parties, not just Trump, both parties.
I don't know. I'm gonna say it like this because I'm tired of fighting over.
Rejected by Biden because he don't have to meet with. He don't have to.
I'm gonna tell you now. Neither party they give a damn about Black people. We over here, discussing Black. They don't give a damn about us. I'm gonna tell you now. Donald Trump can win tomorrow, and that $500 billion he was talking about will not happen.
So why vote? Okay, so this is what I'm saying to you. If my position is neither one of them is going to help me, why do I vote?
Yeah, like I said, I told you why I voted. I voted against the bullshit.
Yeah, but it's clearly that you believe that Biden's not going to do anything for you. Why vote?
I never said. Like I said, I told you why. Because I'm tired of the BS. I don't want somebody in there who's going to constantly sow hate.
But does that mean that you won't get BS with Biden?
No, I didn't say that. But you know what?
So then what's the difference?
I'm about to say to you. But
that goes back to voting for the less evil.
There we go. That was a question I never got to. Something I did today. I voted for the lesser.
We took the crap off of Trump for 4 years.
Because y'all talking, you're not hearing me out. I'm gonna say
we took the crap off of Trump for 4 years.
It's up to us to say now. If he don't do his job, you're going to. We don't give a damn if you're Black.
So why not 4 years? When Trump came into office, everybody had an issue.
Trump got to go. If I like what Biden's doing, the next man up.
Okay, but at what point in time, right? Okay, so we want Biden, we want Trump out. Okay, so let's just say collectively, Black people, they want Biden out. Trump out. Okay. At what particular time are we going to hold someone accountable for our vote? Right? We're not holding Biden accountable for our vote because we don't even have no expectations of our vote. Just like the intelligent, I want to say Black men like Dr. Boyce, the first thing he say is we undervalue our vote. We just vote because we're not voting with no expectations of change. We're not voting for anything. We're just Black and we're supposed to vote for Democrats.
I agree.
I have to tell you, no. I'm gonna tell you why. Dr. Boyce Watkins. It's misleading because
I don't think so.
Listen, you're not letting me finish though. Because look up Portland, look up cities where Black people are voting. It's change happening.
Because so listen to what you just said. It's because of the mayor and the remember.
Stop thinking about who we voting for as president and start looking because presidents don't make laws that in our neighborhood. So if we know that De Blasio and Cuomo is the one who's going to have the final say, right? So I don't understand why you voting for Biden. Why not just say, you know what? We're gonna vote independent. What we're gonna do is we're gonna vote. I am at the point. I'm changing my voter status to independent. Here's the thing about it, because I like where we live at. Unfortunately, this year because of COVID, they didn't knock on our door. But normally, I get to speak to anybody who's running for something in our neighborhood.
I agree with that.
And
That's
that's
why
what
I
I
keep
like. Unfortunately, in New York City, with over 7 million people, you can't talk to everybody.
Mhm.
So that's why you get this things that happen in New York City that don't happen here.
At
That's
one
why
point in time, as
people,
Black people collectively is going to say, listen,
right?
I'm
But you know
not
what
going to vote. I'm not going to vote for a candidate until I know what they can do for us.
that starts locally first. We
No,
have to.
I'm talking about right now in this election. At what point in time have Black people said, "I want to know what Biden? I choose Biden. What is Biden going to do for me?" And
Like I
again,
said,
I didn't even have a plan.
I seen the Lift Every Voice that's supposed to help put money back into schooling. You know, you got to understand something about all of these people, both sides. They all tell you misleading things about the other person.
That's fine. I mean, but show
So
me.
you're
If anybody can show me a Biden plan, a plan for my puppy. Show me Biden's plan.
I just told you one. Look up Biden.
Trump's plan.
Look up.
Trump got a black plan we even laughed about. Okay, he has a black plan. Even if it was strategy, it was just move. He gave a black plan, right? He gave a Latino plan.
He did have a black
plan. Latino plan. He got 2 different plans. Biden don't have not one plan.
He waited till 3 months before the election to say, "Here, this is what I can give to Black people."
Chess move, because he knew Biden don't have a plan.
The voice, Lift Every Voice,
Trump
for over a year.
don't have a plan.
You said Trump did that for the
3
vote?
months. 3 months.
Wait,
3 months.
who did it for the vote?
Trump.
They all doing it. When Jews go,
What is Biden doing for the vote? He didn't do nothing. If you don't vote for him, you ain't black.
Listen to me. Listen to me, because y'all want to fight with me about this white guy.
No, I'm not fighting with nobody.
Nah, listen to me.
They
They are. I never said they weren't. But the difference is Trump waited 3 months. If Trump really wanted to do something for Black people, he could have did it a year ago. He could have did it a year ago when Joe Biden put out his plan to Lift Every Voice. He could have started making moves for Black people. Say, hey, look at what I'm doing for you now. He didn't. So I'm not saying that either one of them is right, but let's not act like there's a saint in this, because there's not.
What I'm saying too, if you're voting for a president, he should have a plan and a policy you agree with. Nobody can name one.
I just told you one. The Lift Every Voice plan was there over a year ago.
Okay, so let's Google.
Okay, so if she is, why is that an issue though? If she's a Trump supporter, and the thing is, I do want to commend her for coming on here and speaking and being the other side of this, because a lot of people are voting for Biden, and she's in here going for herself and standing. But I gotta tell you, I know a lot of Trump supporters that are black. I do, and for me, personally, I don't care who's voting for who on either side. I made a choice for what I wanted to do, and I did that, and I voted for Biden. But I'm gonna be honest, and I said it before and I said it earlier, I think that my vote is not gonna mean a damn thing, because I don't think I'm gonna get anything for my vote, because my vote it was more for change and for black people, and because I was voting against hate. But what is Biden really gonna give us, right?
So wait, let me read to you what Biden's Lift Every Voice plan is. He said Joe Biden knows that African Americans could never have a fair shot in the American dream. Why? Okay, listen to what it said. It said Joe Biden knows that African Americans could never have a fair shot at the American dream. I think you're living an American dream. You have your own home.
Stuff out. You're leaving some stuff out, because I'm looking at it.
But it started off that way. It started off with emotional conditioning right there by saying it chose the words never, that you would never have the American dream. Right? It automatically oppressed you from the first the first sentence. It oppressed you automatically. It's telling you
that's a matter of
you may be intelligently able to understand that, but some people may not feel that way. So what I'm saying to you, by using this word, by saying Joe Biden knows, which means that he has the understanding of your I want to say your thought process. So Joe Biden knows that the African American can never have a fair shot at as long as they entrench in disparities and are allowed to have a quiet chip away at this opportunity. Come on now.
I'm just reading all these comments, but go ahead.
So
that's already oppression. It's subconsciously programming you to say you could never have the American dream. Thank you, Joe Biden.
I don't believe in that because I got the American dream right now.
So okay, but according to Biden,
but check this out, though. But check this out, right? I think we've been dreaming too long. It's time for reality now.
Right. The problem with it is
I agree, King.
And that's what I keep saying. The problem with it is we keep looking at
King had the dream. Now it's time to wake up to reality.
Thank you.
And it's happening. What I'm trying to tell you is, why do you think these people are in the streets? Why you think that they're finally saying, forget it, I'm going to tear this whole... If we're not going to get a change where we can get a change where it means something, I'll burn this whole place down. I totally agree with it.
So wait, I'm going to read one of his things.
The problem is...
Adrian, I would like you to answer it. DJ Russ said, when is he going to finish draining the swamp?
He's draining the swamp right now. As soon as he get elected, as soon as he get reelected, how much you bet? As soon as he get reelected, because he's going to get reelected. If you're not watching, he's going to get reelected. When he get reelected, watch how many people quit.
But them quitting, does that mean that he's draining the
Unfortunately,
swamp?
Absolutely. He put pressure on them. Absolutely. He getting rid of them. When he first came into office, people quit.
The people he
came in with a bunch of con men. Please, come on.
Even the con men are quitting.
Let me tell you, he brought his team in. Yes, he brought his team in.
A team of con men, just like yourself.
Okay, I'm getting jealous because all these questions is for Adrian, y'all.
They better respect my hat.
I don't respect that hat. That's the mark of the devil.
Mega.
It's a lot of emotions involved right now.
Joanna Gonzalez says, please ask her the question from the audience. Why does she think China, Russia, and Iran want Trump to win? Please.
Well, first of all three countries, again, that's to sound like a CNN comment, because that is not true. China is bought and paid for by Biden. This is that's obvious. We already know. China, Biden said he support China. Why? Because he ate off of China. Let's think about it. Trump is a billionaire. He made his money way before he became a
billionaire.
Okay, so how did Biden make his money? Oh, you know how Biden made his money? China, Russia, and Iran.
That's Trump. That's Trump.
Wait. And in Iran, you know what happens in Iran? Opium. Trump, that's Biden. Everybody wants Biden in office because Biden is...
That is a lie. That is a appropriate lie. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when George Bush was the president, do you know how many army bases were protecting opioid for this country? And that was before Biden was the president. That was before Barack Obama.
I heard about that.
The only person that's not in the cahoots is Trump. Trump is an outsider. Trump, again, they're all. You got Bush. You got Obama.
Trump is no more of an outsider than anybody else. Trump is no more of an outsider than any other one of these.
Of course he's not. But she's a Trump supporter, and you can't tell Trump supporters nothing.
That's right.
They don't listen. All they do is holler, Trump. But
that's right.
Listen to facts.
That's right. Biden has to go. He would never get into office.
Trump gotta go.
I'm gonna go back to Trump.
I want to kind of switch it up on y'all real quick because somebody is talking about COVID-19.
Oh Lord.
DJ Russ said COVID-19's been in the USA since last November. The reason why NYC was a hot spot because 90% of the international flights land in JFK. In LaGuardia, sorry if I spelled it wrong, but nothing was done and the virus was spreading rapidly. So can you guys tell me what you think about the coronavirus? Do you believe that it's real or do you think it's an agenda?
No, I believe it's an agenda, and I'm gonna continue to say that.
But do you believe the virus is real? Do you believe the virus is real?
I believe the virus, but I don't believe it's airborne. I don't believe the aggressiveness. I don't believe what the media is saying. I do believe it's a virus, just like pneumonia and the flu and respiratory issues. Yes. I do believe that they have an agenda behind the virus, and that's to crash the economy, in which they did. So everybody can go against Trump as they did, but everybody can see that. And that's why people are now prevailing past that. If you notice, the economy is now picking up. This is why he keeps saying open the economy, because they intentionally crashed it so it can do what? It can make Trump look bad.
Can I be honest about that? I'm gonna be honest.
Believe that. You actually believe that.
No. Hey, I'm gonna honestly say this about it. If it was really an agenda, Trump had every chance to.
My head ain't tight. Tell him my head ain't tight.
I was hoping you didn't see that one.
Thank you.
Adrian, it's all about you, girl.
It is.
And it's funny because I know a lot of other Trump supporters, but I feel like they don't be.
Yeah, they too scared to come on here.
I'm scared. I want to applaud you, girl, for coming on the show and standing up, because I feel like you standing alone.
Before I go, I'm going to tell you all the wonderful things.
She's fighting an army.
I'm not against you. I'm not against you being a Trump fan. What I am is I just wanted to be clear that it's both parties. It's not good for black people, and we got to stop acting like one is better than the other. And that's where I stand at.
Well, okay,
black people got to create our own party. And I'm going to tell you why. You know why black people would never be able to have our own party? Because they don't even let white people create another party.
Okay. I agree. I totally agree with you. And this is what I keep saying. If you believe that Trump is racist, right? Black people believe that Trump is racist. So you're voting for Biden. Biden, again, is not showing you he's going to do anything for you. If people are like, he don't care. We hope he's going to do it. We hope this, that, and the other. That's very, very terrible. So we're not making a change right here. Let me just read one of his Make America, what do you call it? Lift Every Voice, which is beautiful. He put, to strengthen America's commitment to justice. What does that mean? What does strengthen America's commitment to justice mean for black people?
Can you say it again, please?
Strengthen America's commitment to justice. What does that mean to black people?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna use my opinion. Unfortunately,
this is Black plan.
Unfortunately, black men are getting shot every time you turn on the news. A black man is getting shot unarmed. I don't have nothing wrong with a black man who got a gun in his hand getting shot by a police officer. But when a black man is unarmed and gets shot, and before you could say anything, they already putting out every negative thing about that black man, even though that cop may have a lot of negative history himself. It's never put out there. That cop walks. 90% of the time that cop walks. That is not justice.
Now,
that was going on during the time of Obama. That was Obama when he was president.
But nobody's saying it wasn't. I'm not saying it wasn't. Trump, you got to, Adrian, you say a lot of subliminals go out there, right?
Yes.
Trump made many subliminals. Just because I'm not a Trump fan, I actually watch Trump when he does his rallies. And there was many rallies where Trump said he support the police and he didn't have a problem with them slamming people's head against the cars. That's not what you're supposed to do.
But first of all, in law enforcement, but wait. First of all, the law enforcement is controlled by the state. Okay, let's be clear on that. So if they're slamming people on it should be the state's issue. Okay, Governor Cuomo should be the one. Okay, not Trump. Okay, but let me go back. Because that's your opinion. Somebody else who voted for Biden, here is his black pen. He said, America. Wait, here we go. Address environmental justice. What does that mean? That's his plan.
Can you
address environmental justice? What does that mean? Not Ray. Somebody else in the comments who got a lot to say in the comments. What does address environmental justice mean?
That because
no, she said not right.
You know what? I know what the meaning is.
Okay, so let's see if somebody in the comments know before you say it. Let's see if somebody in the comments know, because I do, you know, they getting at us, so she got to be able to.
That's right.
Talk to them too. We got to make this a fair show. This is not one-sided, so I got to make that clear. Everybody's voice matters and count. So did y'all hear the question?
The question is, all the Biden supporters who believe Biden is going to hopefully help Black people, his Black plan, which is a lift every voice plan, which is offensive within itself, okay, address environmental justice. What does that mean?
Let's see if anybody got an answer to that. We're waiting for you guys to comment.
Trump.
In the lot, can somebody answer the question?
Without saying Trump.
Without saying Trump.
Unfortunately,
I don't know.
Unfortunately,
like
you can say
nobody has the answer to that question. I know that sometimes this takes a minute before, because it's on a slight delay. So we're going to give them a little bit of time. In the meantime, I just want to let you guys know that I do sell CBD infused wine. So hit me up if you guys need it. Right now,
and it's good too.
Some of this CBD. Yes, it is. CBD infused wine. Okay, this is well therapeutic wine. And if y'all need any, hit your girl up. If you're having a stressful night like tonight, this is what you need by you. Okay, you're gonna get all the therapeutic.
Okay. So wait. I have one more. I have one more, because obviously that question was a little bit too hard. Okay, so Ray, you can chime into this one.
Wait, hold on, Adrian. If you look up here right now, Joanna Gonzalez said, "Please repeat." So she wants you to repeat the question.
On Biden-Harris Lift Every Voice Black plan, it says to address environmental justice. And go.
Okay, and Melinda said equal rights for all. I think that was her answer. Equal rights for all.
All right, so I'm going to say another one. Let me answer the question. So wait, I'm gonna give you another. Make the right to vote and the right to real to American people. That ain't happening. Wait, how you got snapped?
No. Mama Mona, there's an echo going on here.
I muted it.
Okay, all right. So
I'm gonna say my question because that was too hard. All right, so let me give you another one. Make right.
That's what somebody gave the answer. They said equal rights for all.
Yeah, they ain't answer it. Okay,
I can answer it. But y'all don't want me to.
No.
Because I can give you the correct answer.
Okay, but but she wanted to hear from the audience. So let's see, and if they can't get, then you'll have your chance.
Yeah. Okay, so now Ray, you can chime in on this one because that one was too hard. Make the right to.
She said Biden supporters ain't smart. I can't say that.
It's a black plan. Okay. Make the right to vote and the right to equal protection real for African Americans. What does that mean? And right here.
Do you want me to answer that? Because I can answer both of those questions immediately.
No, wait. Give them a chance.
Give them a chance. All right.
Answer it. Anybody in the comments? Ooh.
All right.
It's the black plan, y'all.
I don't think that Biden got a black plan, so I'm gonna just tell you that I don't know what the hell that shit mean. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you.
Exactly.
And you know why nobody knows what it means? Because nobody takes the chance. If you really, I'm gonna say this, if you really, and that's black people's fault, because we don't take the chance to even know about our own neighborhoods. And I'm explaining to you the environmental issues from the Bronx. Look it up. The Bronx, New York, is still the worst environmentally in the whole country. If you look at, there are parts of Atlanta, there are parts of a lot of black areas. Let's go with Michigan in the water, right? What's happening now is in those areas, these companies are not taking care of the environment where black people live at. And all those policies that were put in place to protect black people in those communities where these companies don't dump stuff into the water and pollute the air, it's been taken away. So before we say that that's not a plan, it is, because it's still now Michigan still got lead in their water.
But that was on Biden's and Obama's watch.
No, that wasn't. That was on the state's watch.
The Flint water crisis was on their watch.
You told me with Cuomo and the policing, that was Cuomo.
It was still
the
on
Flint
their
water
watch.
crisis is on. But it's no different than saying what's going on
for Flint, Michigan with the water. Where was the justice? There wasn't no justice. No peace.
Unfortunately, when you got like I said, there's no politician they actually went to jail, and that's the issue with it. That's where
and you're right.
That goes both ways. Now I'm gonna say to you about what was the next question? Because I forgot.
Wait, but before we go to the next question, let me just read Joanna's comment. She said, in my opinion, he is referring to giving everyone an equal chance, regardless of their circumstances, upbringing, or where they live.
Okay, nope. Next, okay, make the right to vote and the right to equal protection real for African Americans. What does that mean?
Easy. The black vote, because our black vote is so powerful, Republicans and Democrats alike have been doing everything they can to make sure wherever our vote is where they're going to win at or lose does not count. They do everything. Gerrymandering, redlining. They also you in a community where you got 1 million black people living at and you got one place to vote. How do you fit 1 million people into voting in one place? This stuff is real.
Okay, I semi-agree with you, but also Biden is not concerned about the lack of black votes. Okay, Biden is not concerned. You know why he's not concerned today? Because he already told you if you don't vote for him, you ain't black. That's one. Two, and people are voting for him only because of Obama and because nobody knows. So, okay, so all I'm saying to you, that made no sense. And he chose those words. I'm going to give you another one. Make far-reaching investments in ending health disparities by race.
That's another easy one. Unfortunately, when you look at all of the things that happen into black communities because of there's a lack of education, there's a lack of medical assistance in the black community. Look at COVID. COVID is an exact example of the black community. The black community, whether it's true or not, the black community is the one that suffers the most. You know why? Because the black community is the one that lost the most jobs that black community did not already have.
I'm gonna go back. It's strategically designed to make us feel oppressed, to make us feel less than, to make us feel. That's exactly what they do. Right now, your kids go to school. Huh?
This country was built on making us feel less.
And that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying to you, how is his black plan going to show progression and growth? His black plan does not. His black plan continues to keep you deprived, depressed, and hopeful that everything is going to be okay. That's why I'm saying it, because a lot of people don't even know this plan exists.
I don't disagree with you, Adrian. I don't disagree with you, but we got to stop acting like Trump and the Republicans have a better plan for America.
So I do believe that Trump has a better plan.
I have a question for everybody. Are you telling me that you don't agree with anything that Trump says at all? Do you totally hate him that you would not even listen to one word that comes out of his mouth?
No.
Good question. That's a good question.
I said to you, I agree with some of his policies. I admitted that. I don't disagree with that.
King Charlie Prince?
That's a good question. And like I said, my answer is,
in the comments, please.
It's a lot of things that he's saying, and I agree with. I can't say I don't agree with him, but we do as a people have to be independent.
I agree, and that's where the issue is at with our people.
We got to be independent thinkers first. And people are voting for Biden, and they have no reason, that they'll have no idea what I just said about the black plan. I promise you, they probably didn't even look it up.
The $500 billion to put into the black community. Do you know that is not enough?
Okay, let me tell you my position on the on Trump's black plan. I feel that Trump's black plan does not talk about handouts. What it's talking about is empowerment. So if you basically you want generational wealth. You want your own business. Now we're going to give you opportunities to obtain that, but it's on you.
To do that and he didn't
It's on you, right? What he's saying to you, I'm going to cut out all the handouts and I'm going to give you positions. Right now, I know the Department of Labor is now giving out money for people it's giving out organizations. Trust me, I know. I saw the grant. It's giving out money right now to hire people who's on unemployment, and they're paying those companies significant amount of money to train those people to employ them right now, to get them off unemployment. Right? And a lot of people have not even shown up. They were complaining about it because a lot of people want to stay on unemployment. That's what they think. That's what
the Democrats want to keep us dependent.
Thank you.
I agree.
I just explained to y'all that is not true, and I'm
You don't think that's true?
You tell Russell Downer that Biden is losing.
Can I tell you something? That is not that y'all acting like that's.
And you're happy about that
party. This is not.
You sound ignorant.
Y'all keep saying that. This is
you sound ignorant.
Mom, please.
It's losing. Look.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say it to y'all. And I keep saying this. We keep saying it like the Democrats are the only ones they want to keep giving out handouts. That's not true. Because if the Republican plan was working, Kentucky would be doing better than some of these other states.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I keep telling you. Both these parties' plans are not working.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
You gotta stop acting like one party is better than the other.
No, I agree with you. It's not that I'm not saying one party is better than the other. I just said it's the mentality that that if you believe no action is better than action, I have a problem with that. Because Biden, again, he's not even proven action. He's not giving you, and people are voting for inaction and expecting action.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Until president, how can he have any action?
Okay. So when he was in the Senate, the only action he did was a crime bill, and we already know, but black people forget about the crime bill because they know.
I forgot about it. I never forgot. I'm gonna tell you about it.
Black people don't care about that. He locked black people them years and tried to extinguish the black family and the black father. Black people don't even talk about that. They totally forgot all about that, right? That he was a significant part of the crime bill. Significant part of the crime bill. This is why he was presenting the crime bill. Okay. Then when he got in for 8 years as a vice president, right? He had no progressive plan for black people.
It wasn't his job to have a plan. Unfortunately, that was Obama's plan. Obama was the one responsible for that plan. Like I said, I'm not defending Biden. What I'm saying is, the fact of the matter is, when we're gonna start talking stuff, we got to speak a fact on it. At no point was Biden responsible for any plan that comes out of Obama's White House that falls on Obama. So anything that did not happen for the black community happened under Obama's watch. The vice president, even right now, that's like blaming Pence if he decides to run for president on the stuff that Trump didn't do. That's not how it works.
So why is the majority of people on here voting for Biden? And most of them have said they're voting for Biden because of Obama. So why are they voting for Biden again?
The same reason a lot of
people. Yeah, they do say that.
They do say that.
I'm just saying.
I've heard it many times.
I'm gonna tell you like this. And like I said, I just feel like this is a disagreement is going in circles because when it looks black, when it comes down to it, neither party has the black interest in mind.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And we got to stop acting. So to argue, to go back and forth, we have to make sure that we black people understand it's time for our own party.
Trump is a divider, and the people that are on his side, they don't see that he's a divider. He's not bringing the country together. He's dividing the country up. You over here and y'all over there.
I mean, I agree with the division based on social economic classes. I do not believe that he's dividing by race. I think people independently think that way because they are being controlled and programmed by the media that works so hard on people's thinking so they can
So
say,
what happens when he calls countries shithole countries? Any black country that's run by blacks is a shithole country. You don't see that as offensive?
well, I mean, well, I've heard a lot of politicians called a lot of these countries who nobody,
But
a lot of
he's
these
the
countries,
president.
a lot of these countries, when we see,
He shouldn't be saying stuff like that.
But-
He's
but-
supposed to be for the whole country, not just for his own people.
okay, if he's making an opinion,
Other countries.
huh?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't care what Donald Trump says about other
You
countries.
neither. That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying to you, a lot of those countries, a lot of people wouldn't do. There's areas in those countries that a lot of people would not go into because of the fact that that country is not run well and the crime is high.
But it doesn't mean that he should be calling it shithole countries.
That does not make him a bad person or racist because he calls it a shithole country.
Because they black.
Oh,
So
I mean,
it
I
has to be a
don't know about
shithole
that.
country. And you okay with that?
He only called Haiti a shithole country,
It doesn't matter. He shouldn't have called them that either.
but that
They're
doesn't make him a
human beings,
racist
just
because.
like everybody else. They're
But that
human.
doesn't make him a racist. I mean, there's certain places where I mean, it could be a white area. It's a lot of trash over here. I'm not calling them white trash.
But you ain't the president either.
Okay, so because he's the president, he's not allowed to have an opinion.
No, not like that. I
Not
think
like
the
that.
president should
No.
not do that.
He should not be saying stuff like that.
I do
Hell
have-
no. He
Okay.
should.
Okay, I have a question for everybody and for the people in the comments. Since we're on that topic, I would like to talk about this. Is this considered racist? And I want everybody who is, who care about the neighborhood, who is a homeowner and stuff like that, to think about this comment. If someone says, I don't want a certain type of, let's say, low income housing in my neighborhood, or I don't want a group of people that might come in and destroy my neighborhood living here. Do you consider that to be a racist statement? And the reason that I ask that is because I think sometimes that get misconstrued, right? Sometimes people think we jump right to race, but me as a homeowner, I feel the same way. Like, I don't want people coming in, and this doesn't have anything to do with color. It has to do with people caring about where they live, not throwing garbage on the street, not sitting out, hanging out, just drinking and smoking, because anybody could do that, not just black people, right?
Exactly.
So somebody makes a statement like that. Do you guys really feel in your heart that that's a racist statement?
I don't think so.
No, because all races throw garbage on the street. And I'm a homeowner. I don't want that in my neighborhood either. It has nothing to do with race.
So,
But Haiti has been considered as a shithole country. It's very dirty.
No, but that's not true in all places, though.
No, I'm not talking about the resorts. I'm not talking about the resorts. But there's a large part of Haiti that is dirty.
Let's be honest
But
about
there's
Haiti.
a lot of places in America that's dirty too.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about Haiti. Haiti is still suffering from the hurricane because that country does not have the money to fix it like we do. So when you call a shithole country, a country that does not have money to fix a natural disaster, that's not fair to the country. Especially if you're not taking that.
Okay, again, I'm gonna say it again. It was an opinion. I'm gonna say it was an opinion.
It was an opinion. He said it.
It is an opinion. That's his opinion on what he thinks the country is. As a president, I don't think you should ever put our country in a position where we have to defend that statement.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So when Biden said he don't want another nigger mayor,
I heard that one. I heard that one.
Man, a nigger.
Yeah, that's a good question.
He said, okay, so Biden
I never heard it.
What?
I never heard it.
Okay, can you play it? Hold on, wait a minute.
I got it. Hold on.
You play it, okay? Selectively, Biden said we don't want another nigger big shot. He was talking about one of his peers in his face. Yeah. And we forgot about that.
No, Joe Biden has said a lot of racist.
Okay,
There you go.
There you go.
The new question to them from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
We already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots.
We don't need another nigga big shot. Okay. You know wait a minute. Biden said a racist word. Okay.
She's fighting for a man that don't give a damn about her.
Wait a minute.
We all fighting for a guy who don't give a damn about us.
Right, because I think
wait. It's only fair, right? It's only fair. If I can be questioned about Trump's racism, why can't the Biden supporters talk about Biden's racism? Nobody talks about it. No. Okay, wait.
Most white people are racist.
Okay, Kamala Harris
that.
I believe that most white people
I don't think most white people
She
are.
didn't say all. She didn't say all. She said most.
No, what I said.
A lot of them
A
are
lot of it is
racist.
implicit bias. We all have it.
Okay.
Some of them are outrageous, and there's an implicit bias.
Okay, I agree with that as well.
Okay, wait. Here is my question. I'm being questioned about Trump's racism, where Biden supporters selectively don't want to hear. Okay, Biden called another black man, one of his peers, in his face and said, "I don't want another nigga big shot." How do you feel about it? You think he's racist?
Trump has called black people.
Now look how fast she said Trump. It happens to I have another one.
Let's pump the brakes real quick. We heard what Biden said, and I voted for Biden. Okay. So hearing that, I don't feel good when I hear that. But let's not bring Trump into it, and let's just focus on the statement made by Biden. How do you guys feel about that without talking about what Trump said?
Thank you.
I don't like the. Statement. I don't like the statement.
I don't like it.
Look at him in a different light.
I'll play it one more time.
Thank you.
I got you. We got to look at.
We already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots. The law's still on a full.
Okay, wait.
Oh God, why do you play it again?
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Name one politician, white politician. Who
No. Okay, what that's deflecting, right? Because we are attacking Trump being a racist, right? We don't attack Biden.
I'm a troublemaker.
Yeah, I see that.
I have another one. Right? I'm gonna read this one for you. Biden said, because Kamala called him out for it. She said he was a racist. She attacked him when they had their primaries for him being racist and making racist statements. Okay, but we forgot about that, right? Okay, so let's just go back. Biden said integrating black students, right here, black students would turn schools into a jungle, a racial jungle. I don't want my children growing up in a jungle. Okay, so jungle has a reference to what race?
Oh, but let me say this. Let me just say this, Adrian. You're talking about a lot of stuff that Biden said in the past, but you are not addressing what Trump is saying in the present.
Exactly.
Wait. Let me go back. When Trump made about the shithole company, wait. Let me go back. When Trump made the comment about the shithole, that was in the past.
No, it wasn't.
He's making statements still now. That is. To me, it comes off as bias and
okay. So tell me what he said about if you can show, and I can show you where Biden made a recent comment about you don't want to go back in chains. Okay, you know who we talking to? It was a crowd full of black people. Okay, so what's the change mean? I have another one. What do you think he meant by if you don't vote for me, you ain't? He didn't even use an intelligent word. You ain't black. He chose an Ebonics to represent us. Yeah. So now
Right.
let's go back again.
I want to talk to the people that are tuned in right now. You guys heard it play twice. How do you feel about hearing Biden say those words? What do you feel? And are you going to continue to vote for people like that just because they come around and pander to us during election day and not expect anything or fight for anything in return for your vote, like kind of we all just did? Let's just keep it real, right?
Trump.
Huh?
Without saying Trump.
So let's see. That's disgusting. Melinda said it's disgusting. So I'm assuming that you're saying that's disgusting too. What you heard him say, Trump is oh shoot, it's going so quick. Trump is a master deflecting.
See, Trump again.
Okay.
Those are old comments.
Oh, those are old. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to scroll. Why is she asking these questions?
She's a Trump supporter.
No, I mean, it's a fair and equitable response. Right now, everybody that's a Biden supporter is quiet. You know why? Because they don't want to say, I support a man who actually said nigger, who's talking about a nigger, who's talking about saying, and he was with the crime bill, and he was very significant in trying to segregate our kids because he did not want white people and black kids integrating in the busing system. Now, I'm gonna go back. If black people voted for Biden, knowing he made all of these comments, right? Because I mean, again, I can defend Trump, right or wrong. Tell me, you're defending a man who said all of these. I want to hear a Trump. A defense without saying Trump.
I don't like that. I'm not going to sit here and say I like that. No, I don't like that. But I know more than I like what other people say. No, I don't like that. So now what? What do you got to say?
With the laugh.
All I can say is, okay. I mean, the only reason why I respect that is because you had something to say. I presented them same questions to a lot of Biden supporters, and they had nothing to say but deflect, and put it all on Trump. At least you said, I don't like that.
Trump. You know what? I understand why.
Trump.
I'm going to explain to you what it is. I'm going to explain to you what it is. I'm going to explain why everybody keeps deflecting to Trump. Unfortunately,
let me ask a question.
Let me finish the statement real quick.
If anything happened to you, do you think Trump would do anything for you?
Well, I mean, I'm not expecting. No. Okay, so I didn't vote. So let me put it out there, right? So you can attack me on that. I didn't vote, right? Okay.
I'm not attacking you. I'm just asking you.
Well, I mean,
right now, what do you think?
Position why I like Trump. I like Trump for other reasons. Do I think Trump is going to change my household? No, because I'm the CEO of my household. So I'm the chief executive officer of my household. So I don't expect Trump, to be able to change my circumstance in any particular way. No.
Then why are you so wanting him to win?
Let me tell you why. Because I feel again,
nothing in your house going to be better because of Trump.
No, the reason why I go so hard for Trump is because people go so hard against him, right? And they have no real reason why they support Biden. So I always want to bring it out there and go because I want you to think and say, I'm going so hard for Biden. I don't even know why I'm going so hard for Biden because everybody else is, because it's called groupthink.
I'm sick of hearing the BS that Trump does every day. He don't do nothing but lie. He says terrible things to anybody that is not on his side. That's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Melinda, you may not have a mic, but we will be the mic for you unless you actually want to come on the screen, then we can send you the link. However, we will read your comments out loud, okay? I understand that.
Ask her the same question. Ask her, is she okay with all the racist comments that Biden is saying?
Okay, Melinda, you heard it. I don't need to repeat it, but you heard what she said. So, Melinda, answer that question. Well, I should repeat it. Are you okay with all the racist stuff that Biden is saying? Please answer the question.
All the racist stuff that she's saying, Biden is saying.
I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm gonna get back to it. You know what? Because we keep going back and forth about two white guys that we believe can help the black community.
Exactly.
I don't care
about either one of us.
You know, whether I voted for him or not. Now I feel like right now at this point, it's about black people making a change for our community, for ourselves, and stop waiting on these white people to fix it. These white people, we had 45 presidents that's been in control of this country, and nothing has changed for black people financially and economically for our communities. We are still being redlined in the black community. We are still even pushed out the way that our votes don't count in our community. So that no matter what, when black people, even when black people run and they get a run of black people, they can actually, a black candidate that's actually looking to say, you know what, I'm trying to help my community. He is redlined out so that even if he does win, even if he gets enough votes, it's not enough votes that would help him win. And this is
help who win?
The black candidates that come in that help our communities. Whenever you look it up, you look up the red line and look up the when we say about black people getting why black people when the economic problems in the black community, we got to remember it's been a plan that's been working and been happening for a long time that still hasn't been fixed. And it's not a community problem. It's not a state problem. It's a federal problem. Because the federal government is the ones that do the redlining. They're the ones that control all the redistricting. And we got to stop acting like, you know what, these people are going to fix our issues until we decide it's time we fix our issues.
Exactly.
So how do you propose to do that?
I told you, initially, black people have to get from both under Democrat and Republican leadership and create our own. And I'm going to tell you why, it will not happen. You know why? Because like King Charlie Prince said, when you got two people that don't want to let nobody in, it's easy for them to control it when they're both one party. We could act like they're going to separate it and act like they're different, but they have their plan for us is no different, and then no matter who's in charge.
Okay, so I have a question. So why not reserve our vote for the value of our community? Again, you're voting because you're trying to get one candidate out to put. Again, you're going to put one candidate out that's racist, and you're going to put another one in that's racist, right? So again, you're still part of the problem, but there is no solution. So again, why black people? Wait, and why if we keep saying that what we need, we say this every 4 years. What black people need, but we still run out there and get our sticker. Why? Because they got us so programmed to do exactly what we do. So I agree with you. I'm not saying to you, I agree with you. This is why I don't vote, because I already know it's already told who the person's going to win, right? I'm not going to be part of the problem.
I'm trying to explain to you, Adrian, it is working on a local level. That's why I use Portland as an example. I use Seattle,
New York. So on a local level, New York.
I'm not talking. I'm not picking out a particular. I'm not saying that we only focus on New York. I live in New York. Yes. I'm gonna tell you, I'm looking at black people as a whole. What we need to do is when we start to see those pockets work in other states, in other black neighborhoods, the message will get out there.
So let me ask you a question. Who is your town justice?
Our town justice? I don't think we I forgot. I know his name too.
Did you vote him in? Because it sounds out there for him too.
The town justice for he's not running. Our town justice is not running this year.
Somebody's town justice up that way is running. Yeah, so all I'm saying to you is that I understand what you're saying, and I totally get what you're saying. What I'm saying to you, black people as a collective, if we feel that we want change, which I keep hearing that all the time, but we keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results.
It's happening, and it's happening with our young people. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's happening. That's why I use Seattle, Portland, Minneapolis. These are the states where St. Louis is another state where black people are saying enough is enough. We're getting out there. We're changing who is in charge. It's happening. It's just, I'm not saying it's happening on a grand scale, but it's happening.
But why is it not happening in New York?
Right. Unfortunately, it's New York. But I'm seeing black people say enough is enough.
So black people are not saying enough is in New York. In New York.
Yeah, but you know what the difference is? The black people aren't coming out enough in New York.
Why? Why do you think that? I think we come out.
Not enough.
I think up north has a huge problem with really supporting one another, especially when it comes to Black people. Up here, I think people get complacent. I think that we all move into these neighborhoods and forget about what it's like to live in a community. We forget about that it takes a village. We forget a lot of things that we grew up and we had we was able to had that type of lifestyle. We was able to get those things, and because the people that came before us had a different fight and a different struggle, right? We're now on that next level, but we're losing out on so much when it comes to our people. So I think that we kind of got to go back to the roots of certain things when it comes to our people. That's just how I feel.
Unfortunately, we got a lot of our people that are shucking and jiving. You know,
so what is considered shucking and jiving to you? Because that could just be an opinion.
No, I'm saying when it comes to our community, it's a lot of people out here. And I'm using what you say. They get their money and they forget. They forgetting about the Black.
That's true.
That's true. About the Black community. They shuck and jive for the white people, and they and I'm not gonna say. And I hate to use the word, because unfortunately they shuck and jive for the wrong part of the white community. The white community that does not support our people. And when they get in these, we have Black people who have gotten in these spaces and didn't do what they were supposed to do. They got in there and they're with an agenda to help Black people and didn't do anything. We have to, as a people, start rooting those people out. If you're not helping our community, I don't care what color you are, you cannot.
That's right.
So how do y'all feel about that?
It's right. It's true.
I agree.
Okay. No, I agree. I'm just trying to again my position. I agree with Todd. That's why I'm bound vote. I'm just advocating and defending Trump because that's what I'm on here to do.
God, here we go.
So listen. So let me ask you guys this. This is another question that I wanted to ask you that I didn't get to. We've talked about the cages, right? When they were having a debate about the cages, whoever built them, who's putting the people in them, separating the kids from their parents. Can you guys tell me what y'all think about that?
You want to start?
See, y'all don't know what I think.
Go ahead, Adrian.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
This is on Adrian.
Wait. You don't know that Obama built the cages, right?
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't matter.
Hold on.
And there, people are still in it.
That's sad.
So Obama built the cages. The kids was in the cages. Trump inherited the problem. Okay,
that's a
so Trump actually, yes, when he closed the wall.
The difference was the kids were in the cages. I'm not gonna lie, but the difference was the kids were with their parents, and they
were not with their parents. They were with smugglers. They were not with their parents. They were with smugglers, and that's what the media is not going to assassinate. Biden. I mean, whatever his name is, Obama. So that's why they didn't show you that. That's why they showed you that BS because the media was biased against Trump. Trust me, Obama was the one did it. Obama was, and this is why
Obama didn't separate the 545 kids that are still missing.
Okay, first of all, those kids are not missing. Figure this out because CNN and the media told you they was missing. You say,
God. I can't believe her.
Yes.
I can't. Wait, what's this? Fact check. Obama administration approved, but temporarily hold.
Right, yeah, that's what I said. He built them, yes. These people weren't there for months. Some of these people that in these cages now been there for months. A lot of these
they are still there. Obama. Okay, so let me ask you a question.
When it came to deportation,
what happened to them? What happened to them?
When it came to deportation, Obama was the first president, and he was the one who deported the most.
Okay, wait, let me go back. When Obama put those kids in cages with the families, what happened to those kids? You don't hear nothing about it. Google it. You don't hear nothing about it. What happened to those kids? They went back to Mexico?
You believe everything you see on Google?
I can't hear.
Adrian,
I can't hear you.
I
You said
said you believe everything you
She said, "Do you believe everything you read?"
believe everything you see on Google.
I believe a majority of the research that I do based on what they say, especially if I'm going to defend Trump, absolutely. Because what's going to happen is that everybody seems to forget what Obama did, right? Versus what Trump is doing.
Obama's not president now. Trump
See,
is.
everybody will excuse what he's done in harm of what he's done.
Nobody's excusing it. But if Trump wanted to do something about those kids in the cages, he had 4 damn years to do it, and he did nothing but separate them from their parents.
They were not their parents. They were smugglers. They were coyotes.
I cannot take it, Lord Jesus. Stop them.
They were coyotes.
Those kids are still in cages without their parents, and you
They
are
were
right
not
with
their
that?
parents. They want you to believe they were with coyotes. They were
Really?
with coyotes.
You need to stop.
yes, they were sent back to Mexico with their
Okay,
family.
can somebody Google what coyotes mean?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No. Not you, Ray. Not you, Ray. Not you, Ray. Can somebody tell me what coyotes mean?
Look, it looked like King Charlie Prince is on it, but who do you want to do it? The people that's tuning in?
Yeah. Tell them. Somebody in the comments tell me what coyotes mean.
In the comments. We need
their parents. It ain't their parents.
What does coyotes mean?
I'm lost on that.
I don't know.
They were smugglers.
Thank you.
That's another. That's the slang word. Smugglers.
Write that down.
That's exactly who they were.
You see, and let me just say this: this is exactly why we need different viewpoints on all sides. Because I didn't know what coyotes mean. You didn't know King Charlie Prince, right? I don't know if you know mine, but I'm just saying. At the end of the day, this is good because we know. You know what? We just learned something just now. Well, Ray already knew it, right? But
the media had you think they were separated from their parents. No, they came over here with smugglers.
Hey,
okay?
I got your back on this one because the media had people believing he was talking about animals.
Hello, people walking around talking about coyotes because they didn't do what?
Research. They didn't do the research, and I'm gonna keep it real. That would have been me because when you said that just now, I was like, "Damn, they had coyotes in the game."
I'm not going to step on here talking about somebody that I did not put in any
I'm gonna do some research on that one.
I'm not on here to talk. What I have against Biden, I mean, what I have against Trump, I did my research on. I put time into it. A lot of honestly, my dislike for Trump does not have anything to do with his politics.
Okay, listen, I want to go here real quick. Joanna Gonzalez made a really good point. She said human traffickers.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about human traffickers and what you think either one of these presidents are doing to fix that.
It's still gonna happen.
All right, no.
Yeah, we're gonna take it on the conspiracy.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you my viewpoint because somebody, King Charlie Prince, can you put up what is Biden doing or have done to address human trafficking, and then put in what Trump has done, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Because I can tell you the answer.
Talk about it.
Nobody's doing anything about it. We could all act like we could all say, "Hey, yeah, there's nobody doing anything about that." It doesn't. I keep telling you, it doesn't matter who the president is. Nobody's fixing that.
So, Adrian, do you really
because it's big money involved.
Yes, nobody's gonna fix that.
And that's what Trump is doing. He's stopping their money.
Nah, I don't think so. Because
I 100% believe that he is stopping their money. Why he's stopping their money? Because he wants control. He wants power. He's making power moves. He knows exactly what they're doing. He knows it's big money and kids' blood and why you think they want full-term abortions? Because they can take that fetus and use that for stem cell research and serums and what they call those things, fountain of youth, shoes. That's why they want full-term abortions, and that's why he's stopping it.
I heard
Real
about
quick, I just need to do a quick intermission. Ray, can you pull that flyer up? I just want to remind everybody that on November 14th, that Will Tracks, Grand Pooba, and Shades of Black will be performing. We got comedians in the building. It will be an open bar from 9 to 11, and it will also be a buffet. So if you guys need tickets, make sure you hit me up because I got tickets for sale. That's November 14th. If anything happens, if anything gets shut down, you will get your money back. Again, if you need tickets, hit your girl up, Lady Miz. I got them. Let's go back.
And also, they're also practicing social distancing and all of that.
Absolutely. Here we go.
So let me go back. This question is for you and to King Prince Charles. I have a question on what you just said. You said that very matter-of-factly that human trafficking will not stop because it's a big business. Now, how many of those individuals are Black? That's a Black problem, a Black pain, and a Black suffering, that these Black kids are being exploited. They're used for all types of profit and gain. But the fact that it's normalized or desensitized, exactly how you said it, is that okay?
No, I never said it was okay. I don't. Me saying that it's never going to change doesn't mean that I'm okay with that. No, it doesn't matter who's in charge. Is what we got. I keep saying, and I'm gonna have to keep going back to this. It doesn't matter who's in charge. These guys do not want to make a change because we might act like it's only people in California, but there are the rich people that we don't know about running behind the scenes who are also profiting off of those. That's why it's when people say that's a conspiracy theory, no, that they only say that to people who to make everything look like a lie.
Again, but what you said was it's been happening for years. Everybody knows about it. It's been going on. And that's okay. This is what I'm saying. You're okay. You're okay. Black kids are getting significantly. Okay, wait. Black kids are
hit me up for the tickets, mama. You can send me on the Cash App if you want, or just let me know for the tickets, mama. Okay, go ahead.
All right, go ahead, King Charles. Go ahead. Okay, so what does it say about Trump? What does that say? Okay, to defend taking immigrant kids from their parents, Trump blamed Biden.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I can't. What is that?
Joanne, me too to the tickets, or me too that you agree with something going on. Let me know.
No, I'm looking for the human trafficking. That's not human trafficking.
Yeah, we can't see it. Can you just?
Yeah, he said to defend taking immigrant kids from their parents, Trump blamed Biden. So basically, he said taken from their parents. Trump is blaming Biden, even though he's in office right now.
And Monique Parker said he want to stop it because he can't get a cut. So what do y'all think about that?
He want to stop it because kids are being harmed.
Because what?
Trump blames everybody for what he's doing now.
Kids are being harmed, and again, we are downplaying the harm done to the kids. It should be uproar. You should have the same emotional response that you have about hating Trump.
Adrian, I'm not advocating that for kids getting it. Nobody's saying it. What I'm saying to you, it's we acting like what Trump is what's happening now. These kids, it's always they always finding missing kids. Okay,
that's not what I'm saying. A special task force and put money to find those kids. Where is Biden's plan? Because we didn't hear that, the black plan. We didn't hear find the black kids. We didn't see that. Tell me where's Biden's plan to find the black kids.
Nobody has a plan for it.
No. Trump has a plan. I'm going to show you in a minute, but I want to see Biden's first.
All right, y'all pulling out facts. That's what I'm talking about.
That's it. Tell me where your boy Biden got a plan to find those black kids.
I never said he had one.
He ain't got a plan.
I never said he had one.
Anybody that support Biden know his plan for helping the human traffickers, especially with the kids?
Nobody is gonna stop it. They can all tell you what they're gonna do, but none of them is doing anything.
I understand that, but I want to hear a plan.
They
can talk that all she wants. Trump ain't gonna stop
They actually
nothing.
use the word coyotes too.
He don't even know what he's doing.
You word coyote, yeah.
Okay, so let me help you.
I want to tell everybody to share this live right now. If you haven't, please share this live. Thank everybody for sharing that's coming up. Thank you very much. Continue to share.
Yeah, 'cause this is deep. For real.
I'm gonna have to let you go. My
As
phone
much
is
as I study, I ain't never look at the coyote thing.
Yeah,
I guess when you're a Trump supporter, you try to find everything good about him, which is nothing.
I mean, we should know exactly. Okay, King Charlie, please Google Dark Winter. Google Dark Winter.
I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not a Trump fan, so
no. Biden said it's going to be a dark winter. Can please Google what dark winter means? It ain't dark.
All right, wait a minute, because you teaching me some stuff. What is called a dark winter?
Dark winter. That's right. Look it up, everybody. Look up what a dark winter means. You can look it up. And if somebody, if you could pull it up, King Charlie Prince,
First,
somebody
I could tell you because when I first heard it. All right, here's the thing: Dark Winter is also a plan that was used by the military to prepare for a biological warfare.
Oh, what does that mean for Biden supporters? What do you mean by that?
Portrayed, right? Am I
No,
correct?
what happens is he said it's going to be.
It was a training done by the military and they used smallpox as the example for what.
Okay, so let me tell you what he said. He said it's going to be 200,000 more people is going to die. It's going to be a dark winter, based on what you just said. Because nobody knew what that meant. I promise you, not a Biden supporter knew what that meant. Okay, so explain to me what you think Biden was referring to, and how can he predict that based on the dark winter? Anybody in the comments? Go.
I could tell you. Unfortunately, a lot of these politicians listen to these scientists, and this dark winter comes from these scientists doing what they do as far as called projections on what they think many people are going to die from a disease based on how many people are dying or who are catching it. So
wait. Okay, so that was a good one, but them same scientists is one with the chemtrails, the fluoride in the water. Those are the same scientists.
I'm just saying to you, I'm not disagreeing with you because you know what? At the same time,
I didn't know to predict deaths. He's not the scientist is not God. How did he know there's going to be a biological warfare against us?
I can tell you, all it is, it's a prediction.
But a prediction, but he's putting out it's going to be this amount of people that's going to die.
And I just explained to you.
That is very strange that he's
I just
doing
explained
that.
to you.
He's trying to play God, and why? And
no,
how?
You're wrong. I just explained to you why. He's getting his numbers because these are the numbers these scientists are coming to him saying. That's
not what it said. That's not what it said. That's not what it said.
No, it's a fact.
That's not what he's saying.
Right now, I'm not. That may be what
you're. That's not what he's saying. If you Google what he said, that's not what he said. But wait. So I'm gonna talk about a Trump track record before I go. Okay. All right. Just read Trump's track record. King Prince. I put it in the group text. You have it?
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see.
All right. It's in the group text. All right, so I'm gonna read it for all the ones who. Okay, so here we go. Right, I made sure I did a lot of research for you guys. Okay, Trump recently signed 3 bills to benefit the Native American people. One gives compensation to the Spokane tribe for the loss of their lands in the mid-1900s. One funded Native language programs, and the third gives federal recognition to the Little Shell tribe of the Somebody Indians in Montana. Number 2. Trump finalized the creation of the Space Force as our 6th military branch. Number 3, Trump signed a law to make the cruelty to animals a federal felony so that animals abusers face their tougher consequences. Number 4, violent crimes has fallen every year that Trump has been in office and is on the rise now the last 2 years. We want to know why. Okay, Trump signed the bill making CBD and hemp legal. Number 6, Trump's EPA give $100 million to fix the water infrastructure problem in where? Flint, Michigan. Number 7, Under Trump leadership in 2018, the U.S. surpassed Russia and Saudi Arabia to become the world's largest producer of crude oil. Number 8, Trump signed a law and the ag. Huh?
And she got all that off the internet.
How many you doing?
Who believes the internet?
Do 10. You at number 8. You
I mean, I would just say it actually goes up to, because I made sure I did the research, all the way up to 123. Okay, that him and his administration.
Michigan's water is still bad then.
Okay, him, and his administration, right? Him and his administration put together. Okay, so when people say that Trump didn't do anything because they don't know what he did, because the media is not telling you what he did, right? The media is convincing you that he's not, because that's what the media is. So the media is Jim Jones. And everybody knows who Jim Jones is, right? And I ain't talking about the rapper.
You don't know who Jim Jones is, and
do you watch Fox News?
I mean, I don't really watch the news like that, but I'm just saying to you, what I start doing, I support the president, right? No, I don't watch it that much. Let me say, if I support Trump, I'm going to do my research on Trump. No, think about it. If you support Biden, you should be able to get on here and tell me what Biden stands for, what he's going to do, how he's going to do it. It should be facts on.
I don't have to tell you anything about what Biden's going to do because he's not the president right now. Trump is.
So he's coming to be president. So let me ask you a question. So
you don't know that.
Okay, so wait a minute. Because people say that all the time, right?
It could be Trump. It could be Biden. Right now, Trump is in charge.
Okay, so Trump is the champion. So the contender should be fighting more.
Okay, listen, I got a question for y'all. I want to just change it up really quickly. Can y'all talk to me about the vaccines? How do you feel about the vaccines? Do you think that this is going to be something that's mandated? Do you plan on taking it if it is?
No.
So, and again, here we go. Okay, this is where it gets very interesting.
Adrian, break down that vaccine again, because you said Trump ain't trying to get us to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I did. I hear him say that.
Okay, so most Biden supporters say no. But Biden is the one pushing the mandate. Okay, Biden is the one pushing the mandate, but guess what? Trump is not pushing the mandate. Trump is pushing the alternative. You have alternative ways to treat this illness. Biden said no. If the science,
how come he ain't done nothing yet then?
Well, vaccines is not hard to. I mean, vaccines is not a 1, 2, 3 things to do. You can't make that in 1 year.
Well, according to Trump, it should have been done by now.
No, what he's saying is that he gave it to 3 companies, and they have to do a lot of beta testing. You just can't. I mean, they got to do a lot of testing. You just can't come up with that. I'm just saying, Biden. Most people say because if Biden get in office, he's going to mandate vaccines. Just like I'm gonna say it again, just like Cuomo got together with Bill Gates, and what they did, they wanted to mandate the vaccine for kids going into school. Cuomo was a Democrat. They had a whole plan. You can Google that too. Cuomo and Bill Gates got together to vaccine our kids. And guess what? They're going to vaccine our kids without our permission. So we can say no, we're going to get vaccinated.
My kids are grown, so they can talk for themselves.
I can't take it, but what about for the ones that can't though?
Exactly.
I'm laughing at Monique. She said he about to lose his job. Because you are entertaining me for nothing. Go, hey, he about to lose. We don't.
Okay, look. Wait. I'm gonna read what it says. President Trump wins what? Florida. He's winning.
Oh shoot.
Hold on. I got Trump hats for everybody.
I don't care who wins, because ain't none of them gonna do nothing for the country anyway. So you up here, Trump.
Why are we voting then? Why are we voting though? Why are we voting then?
Thank you.
If we don't believe that,
I haven't voted since 1976.
So did you vote today?
Yes, today I voted because I just am tired of Trump's BS. But I haven't voted since Jimmy Carter, and that was in 1976.
Okay, so you voted for Biden when you believe that Biden's not going to do anything for us.
Did I say I voted for Biden?
Well, who you voted for?
I never said who I voted for. I never said
There was two people as an independent in New York.
I never said that I voted for Biden or Trump.
Kanye for president.
Can someone tell me how you could come up with a vaccine, but no one can't come up with a cure for cancer? That's what Team Chemistry, Michelle Sugar just said just now.
That's a good question.
I agree with that.
Monique Parker said Florida, he always win. So that's something that I guess that was expected to happen because he always win. Yeah, so listen, we've been on here for a very long time.
Yeah,
I want to thank you guys so much. I don't know if you have any final words. I don't know if y'all have any final words.
Wait,
but,
hold on. What's that say?
All Black Lives Matter.
Mega.
Look at King Charlie Pretty laughing. But listen,
Black unity matters first, though.
Absolutely.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go.
Oh my God, here we go. Listen.
And tell him my hat is not too tight, thank you.
Okay, you told him already. No, let me just tell you guys. First, I want to thank all of y'all for coming on the show, for giving all of your views and your point of views, I should say. Rather you voted for Trump, rather you voted for Biden, rather you didn't vote at all. It doesn't matter. I think at the end of the day, like I seen my friend Shirley, she posted, she said, when this is done, they don't even know who we are, and we still have to live amongst each other. We still have to be each other's neighbor at the grocery store, at the gas station, when our kids are playing outside. We still have to be, living together in our neighborhoods and in our communities. So that is what the main focus is. So please, before you leave here tonight from this show, just remember, we still gotta, coexist with one another and respect another person's decision because it's their right, even if you disagree with them. It's
Thank you.
Right. So please,
my feelings is hurt.
and listen, again, Adrian is here, and a lot. It's more Biden supporters. I
give a lot of credit for even coming out here because
coming and staying.
You're fighting now.
But King Charlie Prince also falls in the middle, and I'm gonna be honest. I somewhat fall in the middle, but I kind of fell on the Biden side a little bit because I voted for Biden today. But
it's all good. It's all good.
But I do. I did vote, and when I was casting that vote, I was like, this man is not going to do anything for us either. And that's a disappointing feeling. So I want to urge people. This is a good conversation. A great conversation. We need to come together. We need to come together, and we have to come up with ways on how we can get what we need for our vote and stop just voting blindly, expecting nothing.
I say this.
That's my closing statement, and you guys could go out with what you have to say.
Me and Cisco are working. We're going to be working together to get groups of people to make sure that we stay on top of these politicians and making sure that they do what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that you'll start to hear about that soon once me and Cisco sit to talk about how we're going to do it.
Okay. All right.
He said, I apologize. Thank you. Hurt my little feelings.
At the end of all of this, we still brothers and sisters.
You know what I'm saying? I support Trump. Just joking.
Oh, any final words, Mom?
No.
Let's just.
You gotta still love me, even though I support
on the show, though.
It's like I said before. Both politicians. It's like your lawyer going against my lawyer, but at lunchtime they having lunch together.
I definitely agree.
And then when they get back in the courtroom, they arguing with the public again. So this is what politics is about. I call it politricks.
Yeah.
And again, I say the same thing, Ray. Like I said, I tell people you got all of these Million Man marches, and if you just put $1 up, you got $1 million. Start buying up the block. Start using our money. That's all I'm saying. Start building our own, and we can because we are.
We gotta have our. And you know what it is? I'm gonna tell you what I've seen, especially in poor communities, for people to say they're in a poor community. If you could afford Jordans, $250 pants and a $500 shirt, or that kind of money needs to go into investing in your community, or purchasing.
With that $200, I could flip that.
Absolutely. But and again, I'm gonna say this because I think it's very important for before we leave here, no matter how heated it got, and I know we went, we said some things that was a little out of line, but I'm just going to say this: don't leave here with a divided mind. Okay, yes. Don't leave here with a divided mind. We all got the same issues, same struggles, and we are all Black at the end of the day. So when we're facing the same problems, no matter what side and who we voted on. So I want to make sure that we keep that in mind. So yes, I don't have to agree with everything that nobody says, but at the end of the day, y'all still my people, and I'm riding with y'all to the end. And I'm ready to come together to do what we got to do for us. So that's the most important thing that I hope everybody walk away with tonight. Yep. And then we could just stress ourselves out looking at this damn thing and see who's gonna win tonight.
I already know who's gonna win.
Trump 2020.
I ain't watching it, so I don't care what wins.
I'll wake up. Yeah. Just wake up today.
Yeah, I figure I'll just wake up and see who it is, just like last time.
And
I didn't watch it.
Hopefully we wake up to not a civil war or people fighting and stuff like that because somebody disagreed. I'm not feeling that at all. I want to thank everybody that was tuning in. Thank you guys for all your comments. Thank you for your input. We really, really, truly appreciate it. Please make sure, even if you just come in and you coming in late or you just stumble upon this, please make sure you share it because we can't reach that many people. Facebook be shutting us down. The only way we're able to reach more people is if you guys share the live with your people. That's how we're able to reach the people. Plus, I never say this, but I do want to start transitioning over to YouTube. This is live on YouTube too, but we ain't even on that bit. Oops, excuse me. I'm sorry. See, I'm glad you making me, control my mouth. We're not even on there, but please, if you haven't, go over to YouTube and like our page From the Ground Up. We're streaming live on there right now, but we never promote it and we don't even pay attention to it. But to be honest, when we do, we actually get paid once we get a certain amount of watch time. And we're also going to be doing commercials, and we're also having sponsors, and we have some sponsors that we just got as well. So if you want to advertise your business on our show, you can hit us up and we can let you know how much that would be. And we also are linked up with DJC Radio Global, who also does sponsorships. So we can do this. You can get sponsorships on our show and on that show together. So if anyone is looking to advertise their business, please hit us up. We offer sponsorships here. I'm gonna let y'all know I got music streaming on all major platforms. Look out for Boss Chick Chips coming in 2021.
I was getting ready to ask you about them chips, girl.
Look, I am the co-founder with your girl, Adrian, the Trump supporter. Okay. Big shout out to Adrian. She has been helping us with a lot of stuff. I totally respect her. I don't have to agree with all her views, but I do respect how she do things. I respect how she handle business. She's a business developer and it does her thing. So if anybody is looking to develop any business that you have, make sure you hit up Adrian. Don't be biased and be all looking at
money too. It's government money, the best money.
That's what I'm saying. Do not be biased and don't be in your feelings because you're disagreeing on this live. Because the true fact is, at the end of the day, her job is to make sure that you have financial independence, so it don't matter who the hell become president. And that's all I'm saying. Peace, and I'm out.
And we're working on self-destruction part 2.
Oh yes, King Charlie Prince, you already know. And I don't know if you guys know. Let me just say this before we're done. King Charlie Prince, if you know the song The Roof is on Fire, that is him. If you know the song The Request Line, DJ please pick up your phone, I'm on the request line, that is your man right there, King Charlie Prince, who is yes. That's your man, King Charlie.
Shout out to after I finish. I think somebody put in their comment. They just voted for New York to have legalized weed.
New Jersey.
Oh, okay. New York is next.
Adrian, I will be talking to you about that behind the scenes. Big shout out to N1DP. Okay, listen, I am going to be advertising y'all businesses soon. I have a list of people that I want to give a shout out to, Black businesses that I want to support and show my love to. So look out for that. That is coming soon. Do you guys have any shout outs that y'all want to give before we get
Yeah, and tell Cisco Joe Biden is not winning. I see his comments.
Joanna Gonzalez said, shout out to Adrian. She is showing her. She is a trooper. Yes, she is. I already know. She was like, I'm standing my ground. And that she came ready with the hat and all. She was not scared. She was not scared. She was not scared. Okay. But again, and thank everybody also for the Biden supporters. You know, I guess that would be us too, because we all voted for Biden. You know what I mean? And you know, it is what it is.
I want to say something because I was attacked, and I just want to say the reason why I did that, and I showed a lot of opposition because this is what they want us to do. They want to divide us the same way they do in religions. In third world countries, people are killing each other for their religious belief. They want us to have the same mentality. So I just want to say, and I'm just saying, a lot of people attacked me because I like Trump. I can like Trump. I can love Trump. I cannot like Trump, but it's my personal opinion and it should be respected. Same way I respect you about yours. And people need to see that. But people attack people, and that shouldn't be.
True.
That's true.
That's what I was saying. We all in this together.
Either way.
Absolutely. That's it. Any shout outs? Anybody? Y'all done or what? Because I gotta go to the bathroom. And, we
need a snack.
This whole bottle of
I like snacks.
Thank you guys so much.
Hey, Lady Miss. Lady Miss, what's up with them chips?
Got me in this.
2021, Boss Chick Chips will be coming soon. 2020.
And we have snacks.
Me and Adrian will be doing what we got to do. Adrian, you want to give them a little background of what is to come and what we're going to be looking for?
We're going to have a campaign. We're going to bring in all boss women, not the ones you see on Instagram. A lot of these women are really making change agents in their community, and we want to celebrate that. So we have a large distribution deal, and we want to be able to support women who are actually bosses, who are actually controlling their life. So we want to be able to celebrate that. So we want to bring them to bodegas, we want to bring them to gas stations, and we want you to be able to celebrate them too. So that's why we chose Boss Chick Chips, because there's a lot of women out here really doing their thing, and they should be celebrated.
Absolutely, that's what I'm talking about.
And for the record, y'all need to get these.
Yeah.
Lord, a dictionary. I was about to say Lord Library. Lord, please, I've been in jail. Somebody help me. You know, when they say Lord Library, you know you've been locked up. Let me tell you, listen, it's time to go, y'all. We will revisit and see who won. And if y'all want to talk about that, we can too. But in the meantime, we getting up out of here. Thank y'all once again.
Bye, guys.
Peace and
Have a
blessings.
good
Peace
night,
and every one of
everybody.
y'all.
Have a good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.
You didn't email?
From the ground up. From the ground up. There's only one way to go from here.